Yeah! Where you at? Where you at? What's up, y'all? Let's go do it. What is this, Just TV? You said something about my music not doing better than hers. I think I got it. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. What it do? What it do? What it do? Let's do it. Salute. 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 Let's do it. Let's do it. What's up? 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 Kind of pick up in here. What's up? What's up? I got the music turned down. I don't want nobody saying nothing. What's up, y'all? Can y'all hear me all right? Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me all right? Can you hear me all right? My mic sounds nice. What's up? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I am your boy. It's your boy. I'm trying to get everything, my lighting all right so y'all can see me. It's your boy, SBK, coming to you live and direct. We're going to have some fun tonight up in here. We're going to have some fun up in there. So, how are y'all? How's y'all Sunday? I hope everybody had a wonderful Sunday. I'm going to salute the chat. We'll get the link pinned here in just a few minutes. We're going to get some giveaways. I got a goal there. I will give a giveaway. Let Nightbot do a giveaway. But let me salute the chat before we get started here. Kevin Carpenter, my attorney, what's going on, bro? How you doing, Jug Florida? FL? How you doing? 80s Gisela, hey love, how you doing? And you heard the bestie, Thriving Glow with Joe. Like, share, subscribe. Go ahead and click that like button. If you hadn't subscribed to your boy, subscribe to your boy. Subscribe. Joe, you got the link pinned? The maestro, Joe is the maestro. If you got the link pinned, you go ahead and pin it. And we're going to get started, but I'm saluting the chat. Who else we got up in here? Miss Cinnabon, how you doing, love? How you doing? We got Von's Reality. How you doing, love? How you doing? How you doing? We got my little bro, Lionel Suggs, up in the building already, causing havoc. Salute to my little bro. Salute to my little bro. Salute to my little bro. Who else we got up in here? We got Sweet Rita. Sour Patch herself is up in here. We got the lovely Denise. Good to see you, love. I love that avatar. I see you. We got Denise in the house. Okay, who we got? Am I missing anybody? We got my little bro, 2 Cent Gorilla from the 2 Cent You Cause It podcast. Salute to my little bro from the D. We got the lovely Selena 3 times. Great live you had just a while ago. Great great live. We got my bro, Urban Lounge Podcast. What's up with it, man? And who else we got up in here? I'm not trying to miss anybody. I am not trying to miss everybody. I want to shout out everybody. I think that is it. And all you ghost watchers and all you haters out there, you get 2 dubs. Without you haters, it would be players like us up in the game. You know what I'm saying? So all of the we're gonna get into that. Hold your horses. So I just want to say thank you again for supporting your boy, for coming out and supporting your boy, man. We're gonna have a great live. We're gonna have a great live, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to get into it. If you haven't subscribed, as my big sis, it's just ETV says, it's free 99. It's free 99, ladies and gentlemen. So what's taking you so long? Subscribe to your boy. You dig? All right, man. If you're a content creator in here, I see a lot of content creators. Put your links in the chat. We're not haters over here. I see a lot of content creators, great content creators. I just mentioned Selena, Urban, Bonds, Thriving Glow with Joe. We got Lionel, 2 cents you cause it. You guys put your links in the chat. All right. So without further ado, Joe, did you put the link in the chat? I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Joe, did you put the link in the chat? I'm just gonna put the link. I'm just gonna go ahead and start and put the link in the chat. Joe, I thought you was gonna do all this. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. And look here. Let me just say this here. We had a couple of months ago, we had an all-male panel. Let me turn this music down because I don't want nobody saying anything about the can't hear me. A few months ago, we had an all-male panel, all men. We let the men get it out, right? Let the men get it out. And that was a few months ago. A couple weeks ago, we had an all-ladies panel. I hosted both. I hosted the all-male panel. And a few weeks ago, I hosted the all-ladies panel. Today, we are going to have what I call the battle of the sexes. All right? We're going to have the men and the women come together, and we're going to talk about all the topics that we want to talk about and more. We're going to have some fun. We're just going to do the damn thing. You know what I mean? My boy Urban, he did a live. Go check out my boy Urban Lounge Podcast. He did a live reacting to the ladies panel that we had, and we're going to go over that. All right. So we're going to go over that, and so there was a do we have the Joe? Do we have the Joe? You're up in the chat, but do we have the? We're going to put a poll up. I don't know if you put it up or not. You put the poll up. So we're going to have some fun here. All right. So I just dropped the link. Anybody can come up, but so that's what we're doing. We're going to have an all battle of the sexes right now. A battle of the sexes. So thank you for the super chat, Joe. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. So the link is pinned. Well, the link is not pinned, actually. Joe, if you would pin the link up. Yeah, the poll is up. Okay. So I can't see the poll for some reason. Let me check something out real quick. I can't see the poll for some reason. So let me go try something new. And we're going to try it this way. We're going to go here. If you have not looked at the poll, ladies and gentlemen, go and vote. All right, go and vote. And hold on just a second, guys, so I can read the poll. Where are we at? Lord have mercy. Where am I at? I cannot find it. I can for some reason I can't find it on my end. Where are we at? Oh my goodness, I can't even find it on here. I don't know which one we went with because give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Because there's several posts I want to put up, but I'm trying to go in order. I can't, for some reason, I cannot see it on my phone here. I tell you what, let's go here. Let's go here. And there. Yeah, there it is. All right, here we go. So, and the question is, hold on, and it disappeared on me. Are modern women still interested in marriage? Are modern women still interested in marriage? So that is the question, and you guys vote. Vote. All right, and then we'll go over that sometime. And we got good night. You guys are voting, and there's 14 votes in, and we got 25 people in chat. So you guys vote. Thank you, Selena. I appreciate you. Got a new member. Thank you, Selena. Salute to you. Salute. But anyways, all right. The link is. Look, Joe, did you pin the link? Thank you, sweet Rita, for the $4.99. Got my boy Urban. What's up with it, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. What's going on?
What's up with it, man? I guess the women are scared to come up.
What the hell?
But I guess they'll grow. I guess they'll come up in a minute. But while they're gathering some courage to go get up here. You guys be sure to hit the like button. Urban, you went over live, bro, and you went over my live with the women, and so I got it queued up right here. And so what we're gonna do is
let's get it.
The link, Joe, have you $4.99? Thank you, DR. Thank you, Gisela. Thank you for you guys' support. I appreciate you. Did we hit the goal? For some reason I can't see it on my phone. What you got? What you got?
Nah, not yet. You want away from your goal.
Okay, one away from the goal. Okay. So okay. All right, the link is pinned. All right, the link is now pinned. So you guys go and vote. All right. Now, Mr. Big DR, salute to you, love. Salute to my big bro, Angelo. That's my bro. Salute to you, bro. Salute. Did I miss anybody coming in? All right, let's get into it. Since me and you are rocking together, bro, and we get the women coming in, because, there was a lot of, look, I want to say this here. Hold on just a second. Who is this? Okay, there's Lionel.
Oh, this Lionel.
Okay, but I want to lay some ground rules for anybody coming up. All right, let's all be respectful. Let's no name calling, no disrespectful type stuff. We can all be adults and agree to disagree on stuff, but let's keep it respectful. Let's keep it grown and sexy. All right, let's keep it grown and sexy. And we can have some fun over here. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of what you say and how you say it. But we can agree to disagree. Hey,
and most of all, ladies, don't be coming up here trying to use all them ad hominems when you losing your argument. Just go ahead and tap out gracefully. All right.
All righty. You heard the man. Lionel, what's going on, bro? Can you hear me?
What's up, man?
All right, man. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, man. All right. Well, look here. The thing about it is that you guys did a reaction of the ladies. Did a all ladies panel a few weeks ago. Urban, I got some things queued up about that. So I let the ladies talk just like I let the men talk, let you guys talk. We had an all male panel. So it wasn't like I was like, I let the ladies talk, right? I let them talk. I let it get it out. What's going on, Universal Jones? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Jones, what's up with it, homie?
What's up, bro?
He did what he said he was going to do. He done pulled up. All right, so you had a lot to say. Lionel had a lot to say. The ladies really had a lot to say when they had their chance. Ladies, we got two guys up here, and you ladies not coming up, but we're gonna start cooking, and then they're gonna start coming up. So, but anyways, bro, you did a reaction. What was it yesterday? Yesterday morning, and you and Lionel, and I want to start off with one. Let me get it here. I want to start off with one clip of you and Lionel reacting to my live I did with the ladies. All right.
Hey, SBK.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, SBK, just real quick, could you turn down the background music just a little bit?
All right, yeah, sure. I got you. I got it all the way. Yeah, I turned it down. Give me 1 second. I got it right. There we go. How's that? All right. So we're going to go and talk about this right here. Well, let's go to this clip right here and let's share the screen. And ladies, you ladies are welcome to join us. All right. You ladies are welcome to join us. And so far, it's just YouTube. So right here, my boy Urban is reacting to my live. Actually, this is not the one. Actually, it's not the one.
That's so like.
Because you had that whack ass, what you call it? Urban had that whack ass thumbnail. All right, so here we go. This is it right here, and this is where I wanted to be. I wanted to be at this one right here. Well, we can start right there. No, let's start right here. Where we at? All right, here we go, and let's play. Vote, and we're gonna.
I know Rose answer.
Hold on.
Saying, and here I am, a real trick chick, and trying to be down with you, but that ain't what you want. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think we can't find real love because of these unrealistic expectations that you got for these women and these men. I agree.
Speaking on that, I want you guys to listen. And hey, the link is pinned, ladies. Don't be shy. Come up on the panel. All right. This is all for you ladies, all for you. All right. I got this clip. All right. Before I play this clip, I want to ask you ladies and the ladies in the chat. All right. There's also a new poll that's up. All right. And the poll, the poll says, which matters more in a relationship, loyalty or physical attraction? Y'all go vote. And we're gonna
I know Rose answer.
What's my answer?
Wait. Don't tell the answer yet. Don't tell Rose answer yet, Joe. Don't tell Rose answer yet. We're gonna answer that in a minute. What matters more in a relationship, loyalty or physical attraction? And what sparked this conversation that I wanted to have with all the women here on the panel, all the women in the chat, and I want you men to listen in. Can you guys let a man be a man? Can you guys let a man be a man? Can you guys let him be?
That's a crazy question.
Okay, y'all notice the first thing Rose said. She said, "That's a crazy question." You know what I mean? That's a crazy question. The question was, can women let men be men? All right, let's continue.
Why is that a crazy question?
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure this probably gonna be one of my talking points that SBK gonna use. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be in this port. I think I was in this port on this port, and that's when all the women just started going crazy. But let's see.
No, who want to for you? For you, it's not. But I want for you is not, Ro, because I know you. I know you. That's a crazy question to you. But in this day and time, it is not okay to be masculine. It's not okay to show your masculine, as they say these days, masculine energy. It's not okay to show. Well, let's look at it. Okay, I want you guys to look at this, and I want you guys to comment on. I want you guys to. I want y'all's opinion on this. All right. Let's see where we at. Yeah, there we go. There we go. All right, here we go.
Toxic masculinity. There's nothing toxic about being masculine.
Yeah.
If this
What do you mean
building
by
was,
that?
if this building was on fire, would you want passive firemen to come in here eating donuts, relax? No, you want men full of masculine attributes, courage, strength, boldness, kicking down doors and carrying us out of here to safety. So there's nothing toxic about masculinity. What has happened is we've allowed that one word to define manhood. It's just an adjective, attributes traditionally ascribed to men as strength, boldness, and aggression. It was never meant to be a comprehensive definition. Just like this, women, we commit.
Already.
All right, now this right here, I want to play. I want to say shout out. I got another clip I want to play. I want to say shout out. Okay, so we're gonna play some more of that in a little bit. But the thing about it is y'all hear that all the ladies on the panel will say, "Oh, what kind of question is that?" You know what I mean? What kind of question is that? You know what I mean? Of course. And then they hear the brother talk about masculinity and toxic masculinity and all that. But then when it boils down to it, we'll get into it. I feel like a lot of ladies do not want a man to be a man sometimes. Go ahead. Chime in. Go ahead. Whoever.
Sometimes.
So you're saying all the time?
Oh yeah, they don't want you to be a man. They all period. Well, I put it this way: they want you to be a man according to their standards.
Right. Lionel, you still there, bro?
A lot of the times they don't want you to be a man.
Okay.
And then if you are a man based on your own criteria, they're going to drop that. They want you to be a man on their criteria.
Right. Okay. So with that being said, let's play this clip right here.
You just a 2-piece and a biscuit nigga, and you're gonna say that.
Okay. You crazy as hell. Okay, Urban says so far all I hear is okay. Now, Urban, on this live, you were in the chat, and you basically were responding to all of the ladies talk about mental health of a man and so forth and so on. And this is the question that you gave in the chat, and I want you guys ladies and gentlemen in the chat, I want you guys to listen very intently on what Urban said, his statement, and I want you guys to listen to what the women had to say on that. He's justifying what they do to care about men's mental health, but they haven't addressed when they emasculate men.
I don't emasculate no men. Who does that?
Not emasculate yourselves. We don't do that. We don't do.
Okay, so I said what I said. Says all the ladies, they agreed that men do not emasculate them. Men emasculate themselves. Women do not do that. Did y'all hear that? All right, so let's.
We emasculate ourselves. What the fuck? How can we emasculate ourselves?
SBK, why you let them get away with saying that shit?
I let them talk, Lionel.
Don't do that. Y'all
Exactly.
How is that?
That's not on
it's
us.
the other way around.
Right, that's
the
not
other
on
way
us. What?
around. And after you all get done using us, and I'm gonna use the phrase that my brother used, after you all get done using us as a comrade,
Oh,
and then we got to put ourselves back together. Okay? And I'm not saying all men, I'm not putting all of y'all in there together, but seriously, we do care about your mental needs. And when we are in a household, in a relationship, we are unknowingly, unseemingly carrying a mental weight for you, and you don't even know it, because guess what? You don't even sit down and have a conversation and communicate with us because you have no communication skills at all. So we instinctively carry the mental weight of y'all.
look. Oh my God. Look, the reason why we don't have the communication skill because y'all don't allow for us to communicate to you. when we try to express ourselves to you because you become dismissive. That's why.
Y'all crazy.
All right. Urban and Lionel, y'all hear this. I was on the panel and I asked a question about emasculation. I asked a question about letting a man be a man. And clearly, I didn't get a really clear answer on that.
Of course not.
So when I talked about mental health, when I talk about how men we go through things. We go through things on a daily basis. And a lot of times, majority of the times, we just keep that in because we don't want that to be used against us in an argument. We don't want to use that. We don't want to weaponize that via maybe the lady or whoever. You know what I'm saying? So we deal with it, right? So I felt like the ladies were a little bit dismissive. A little bit. I felt like the ladies were dismissive.
Absolutely dismissive.
Of emasculation of a man, of our mental health. I felt like the answer was not answered. And it always went back to them. We go through stuff and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand that. So go ahead. You guys can cook.
That's because they do it. Why do you think they kept bringing it back to them? Why do you think they were so dismissive? Because every last one of them has emasculated some nigga here or there, or probably still doing it. That's exactly why they were doing it.
The link is now pinned, ladies. You ladies can come on up. The link is pinned. I'm doing it again. So go ahead, RB. What you got to say about that?
I'm trying to still figure out how. Hey, I'm still trying to figure out how men emasculate themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I want them to explain to me.
They didn't explain that to me at all. You know what I mean? So because of that, when DR gave a soliloquy, and Queen the Queen gave a soliloquy, but I did not understand. You know what I mean? And then let's read. Let's go back and let's play.
Men, something is wrong with you from childbirth. You ain't no communicator. You know what I'm saying? You don't have trauma. We come in dealing with.
Shout out Queen the Queen. You can come up here. You're the one up here talking. You're the one I'm up here playing. So come on up. Explain yourself.
That all of the time, and we pick up the weight constantly, and you don't even.
You better say that again for the people in the back.
Huh?
You see, Joe, driving glow with Joe sitting up there just pom poms. And none of them are speaking right now. You know what I'm saying? Pom poms and everything. You know what I mean? Speak. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Go with Joe?
We come in dealing with that all of the
Choose
time.
better.
We pick up the weight constantly, and you don't even.
You better say that again for the people in the back. Huh?
And when she had that, and she had that, she gave you a massage. She's taking away the weight of the world the other day.
Who gives you a massage? I don't hear no married men telling me their wives giving them massages.
It actually be the other way around.
I know. I'm trying to figure out what the hell they talking about.
But it always go back to them and their needs.
And it
Because it's always about them.
And it always, as Urban says, it always goes back to. Shout out to you, T-Cat. Shout out. Oh. We got somebody at them. Hey, love. What's going on, Queen of Queen?
What up, babe? Can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
We hear you loud.
What's up with it?
What's up with you?
Listen. I come in all respect, and I'm saying I send my love your way. I'm not gonna be up here long. I just jumped into you guys live, and I see that you guys are reviewing some excerpts that I shared on SBK show. I come in peace. I just want to let y'all know I come in peace. I'm very sympathetic to men's mental illness, and I just want to say this again. I know I said this a couple of times in your chat and on your show. I did a whole live about men African men specifically in mental illness and the pressure and the weight that they carry. We are not oblivious to that at all. At least I'm not. Do I have some opinions about men and character flaws? I do, but I also have opinions about women and their character flaw as well. I think when we're presenting these type of topics, it must be a balance both ways. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna be up here long, but I am most definitely sympathetic in what you guys go through on a daily basis and what is brought into the house at the end of the day when you punch out and you got to come into the house and you just want peace and you just want to be elevated. You want a release in your household. You want your household to be your domain where you're able to relax and all of that good stuff. I get it. We get it. We understand that. You know what I'm saying? So, we understand your plight. Most definitely, we're not so naive to think that it's all about us. I don't think that's what we portrayed on that show that night. I don't think that's what happened. I think we were very animated. Yeah, we were talking about our plights too as well. But we know what it is to carry the weight. You guys carry the weight of the relationship too. Yeah, of course you guys do. We're not so I'm not gonna be asinine and say that y'all don't, right? But try to take out better answers of me. I don't want y'all to, tear me up to pieces thinking that not understand your plight. When I do, go through my content and you see that I do advocate for you guys to do quite often. Okay, all right.
It's not a beat up session, Queen. It's not a beat up session. It's just we want you guys to explain yourselves a little bit more because I felt like that a lot of things were left on the table. I think a lot of things were just left.
So what do you want me to explain? What do you need me to explain?
Well, go ahead. Well, you guys have something before I let the gentleman. You guys have something I let my guests up here. You guys have something that you want to say that was left on the table?
Yeah, Queen. What do men want?
I can't tell you what men.
Not based on what you believe that they want, but what do men actually want?
I can't. You have to tell me what you want. And it's tailor made to each individual man. Some men want this, some men want that. I'm not going to assume to know what you guys want. I can only give you what you want when you articulate to me what you want, or what you show me what a need is that you have. I don't know what you want, just like you don't know what I want until I tell you or I show you or articulate that. I'm not going to just make a broad assumption. Everybody as an individual want peace. Everybody as an individual want love and respect. Everybody and want to be valued. And this is man and female. But to say I know what men want, no, I don't. I know what is showed to me. I know what is told to me.
My brother here. Go ahead, Urban. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So to follow up on that question, right, Queen? Let's say in the scenario we articulate that to you, we tell you exactly what it is that we want in our expectation. Mm-hmm. But however, by us articulating that to you, right, you don't want to carry that out to its fully terms of the agreement.
You saying that I don't want to carry that out?
No, I say it don't be carried out to the full terms of the agreement.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking the question, what do men want? Well, we could, in this particular situation, we could kind of personalize it so we could get a better understanding of this. We could personalize it to, you and your current husband right now. So let's ask the question again. What is it do your current husband want as a man from you?
Right now, I'll be transparent and share a little, right now
you don't have to go into details about your relationship. That's in general. That's fine.
I'll share one thing. So right now we want to be under the same house or under the same roof, which is an astronomical feat for us right now, right? Because we're like on the other side of the world. You know what I'm saying? We're separated by thousands and thousands of miles. So we have to collectively work together to bring that about, right? So and then we have to understand each other's cultures and the logistics of how everything moves over there and over there. And I have to be constantly communicating to him what I'm doing on my side to bring about that goal. And he has to do the same thing. And sometimes there's frustration because, I'll say, I'll get frustrated, like, hey, what are you doing? Why is this taking so long? Have you gotten this document? Have you just, and and he's still trying to explain to me the culture over there, and it's not easy to move, like it is. We go here to go get that. Where if it's not safe to take that road, or if they, it's difficulties over there. But the main priority for us now is communication and just being on the same page. So sometimes, when I get a goal in mind, I'm just direct. I'm quick, fast. Whereas he kind of simmers and observes and makes the logical decision after he observes the situation. Me, I'm just like, want to problem solve, boom, 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 boom. So for us, it's communication and just understanding one another. That's what he wants from me. He wants me. Like the other day, he said, "You have to understand now that you are an African wife." And I'm like, no, I'm married to an African. I'm married to a Nigerian. But that don't necessarily mean I'm an African wife. So it's we're trying to merge our cultures together, and we are sometimes clashing. So what he's requesting from me is understanding, and what I'm requesting from him is more problem solving skills, just taking care of the situation. So we're trying to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to, but in all of that figuring out and all of that, there still has to be a tone of respect. I know that my husband is the man of the household, the metaphoric household. You understand what I'm saying? So there's some respect there. I don't make a decision without bringing it to him on my side or his side, because I respect him as my husband.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
So that's the one to clarify. What your husband want is understanding. Is that correct?
He won't understand from me. He wants me to understand because he constantly says, "You do not understand what's going on over there. You do not understand Nigeria." And I keep telling him, I may not understand it, but I'm smart enough to do research, to dig, to pull as much knowledge and information that I can about what is going on, because I want to be sympathetic to what's going on over there. There's civil unrest. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he can't just get up and go to take care of what we need to take care as far as legal papers, because the roads are unsafe. They're kidnapping people. They are literally in civil unrest right now. You know what I'm saying? But me, in my Americanized mind, I don't understand. Why haven't you took care of this? Blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to get me to understand his culture and the day-to-day living in Nigeria. But I just want him to problem solve.
Gotcha. So check this out. Me and my wife, we had this conversation. All right. We'd ask each other, what do we want from each other? All right. She expressed to me that she want me to be the provision for the marriage. She want me to be the provider. She want me to be the protector of the marriage. Then she went a little bit into details about how the way that looks for her. For us, the provision part, she want me to have a job or a career or some type of substantial income that's going to take care of our household. All right. It don't matter if, in her particular situation, it don't matter whether if I'm a six-figure earner or not, as long as we have some type of substantial income that goes into the household. She want me to also want to protect her. How the way that look like to her is that if it comes down to it, if somebody were to threaten her life or threaten a family life, what would I do as a man? Would I stand up between them and protect them? And how would I do that? Through either fighting or putting out a gun or whatever the case may be to protect them. And so we went into details about what it is that we wanted from each other. You know, what was my expectation as a man, and what was her expectation as a woman. So once again, that's why I'm asking you this question: what is it that men want? Well, preferably, but with your husband, what exactly is it that he want? Now, I understand the understanding part because that's dealing with your current situation, but I'm talking about with your overall marriage. What is it that your husband want?
What he wants from me, I'm telling you, I know you think that may be a vague answer, but for him, it is very important. You know what I'm saying? That, I understand his culture, and that's a big umbrella, right? So to understand
Hmm.
him and understand Nigeria and understand his culture means that you understand the role of a wife. You know what I'm saying? You understand what it is to be a Nigerian wife. You understand it is to be his wife. Now I had this conversation with him. I asked him. I said, what do women over there? How do they treat their husbands? How does a day look as a Nigerian woman over there, a Nigerian wife? His thing is, babe, you're not Nigerian. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you to those traditions or whatever. But then he still go back to, you do not understand. You know what I'm saying? The culture. You do not understand. Well, I'm trying to understand you because I want you to be as comfortable as possible in this marriage. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to think you got to shy away from your culture to be with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. I'm giving you a what do you call that? I'm giving you a door, an opening door. You know what I'm saying? But he's still on this thing of we're partners, we're teams, whatever. Yeah, I get that, but I know your culture, and I don't want to be dismissive of it. You know what I'm saying? And then when he gets frustrated, when he gets angry, he goes back to you do not understand. That's Urban. I promise you, that's the main thing. You do not understand our culture. You do not understand it. Now, he don't seem to hold it against me, but he always brings it up. You know what I'm saying? Now, my expectations for him in this marriage, I'm a little bit more Americanized with it. I want him to articulate his feelings, his wants, his needs. I want him to be honest with me. You know what I'm saying? Communication is a big thing for me. I want you to be articulate with me. I want to know what's going on, over there. I want to know how you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what I can do better. You know what I'm saying? I want you to hear me. I want you to hear me and respect my feelings and my needs. You know what I'm saying? In the marriage. I don't necessarily have those goals of being a protector. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure he protect me, but we're not in the same country. You know what I'm saying? So that's not. I mean, how could he? How could he? You know what I'm saying? Now he can protect my feelings. He can protect, his language, but as far as physically protecting me, no, that ain't a goal of mine right now. You know what I'm saying? But my expectation for him is communication. His expectation for me, he just wants me to simply understand him.
Hmm. And so this where the problem comes into to not your situation, but in general. Well, whenever a man do articulate exactly what it is that he want, um, he try to articulate that to the woman. What tends to happen is that woman will literally be dismissive towards his feelings. They'll say terms like, he need to want to suck it up, or he need to figure it out because he's a man, or different things like that, which that leads to emasculation. Which this
That's
is what
not
we
a
was talking about
nurturing
in the
woman,
video.
though. That's
Yeah,
not a
like I said,
nurturing woman.
yeah, like I said, I'm not talking about in your particular situation. I'm
No, no,
talking
no.
about
I get
in
it.
general.
I get it. No, I know you're talking in general. I'm saying in general, those type of women are not nurturing women.
Hmm.
You see, those type of women, men get frustrated with those type of women. They're dismissive because the primary focus is on them, their needs, their wants, and their desires. You know what I'm saying? If you ask a man to articulate their needs to you, and that man does that, now you have the responsibility to follow through on those expectations. I'm sorry. And I'm not going against the team or going against women or anything, but I'm a different type of broad. If my man come to me and say, "Hey, babe, I want this," or "This is what I'm expecting from you," or "Can we compromise and do this?" I'm going to follow through on that because you have to understand you are one half of a marriage. It's not about the woman. It's not about the man. It's about them coming together collectively to have a successful marriage. So no
Hmm.
feelings on both sides to be dismissed at all.
But you do understand that's a lot of people reality, especially with men who deal with dismissive women. Now we could go into the argument of saying that hey, he needs to choose better, different things like that. But sometimes whenever a dude choose a woman, right, he already have the expectation that this woman is the way she's going to be. But what tend to happen is that with circumstances end up happening in a relationship, people tend to change. You know what I mean?
And
They
it
change for the
it happened
situation.
too. An older woman told me one day, a long time ago, and it stayed with me. She said, people have wonderful representation. And I
Hmm.
said, what is that? She said, people have wonderful representation. She said, when you dating somebody, 9 times out of 10, you're meeting their representative. You're not necessarily meeting them for real.
Hmm.
And that's
Yeah,
with me.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Hey, Queen, how you doing?
Queen,
Hey
salute.
everybody.
How you
Welcome,
doing?
welcome. Hey everybody in the chat. Hey everybody on the stage. How's everybody doing?
Good, good.
Everybody to the host. Salute to everybody. How y'all
Salute to
doing
you.
today?
Salute to you. Thank you for coming through.
You too. How you doing, Urban?
Doing good.
Good, good. Good to see you. Good to see you.
So the floor is yours. What do you got on the subject? We've been talking about different things, whatever. Is there something that you wanted to comment on?
Well, I mean, I just heard Urban speaking just now, and I kind of wanted to ask Urban directly. The things that you're saying about what men want men this and what men that. I know you asked her a question directly, but I want to ask you, is that something that you experience? Because I just feel like sometimes when you ask a question, if I ask a question and I give a statement, I'm going to ask something that's relating to me. So I know you gave a general statement about men in general, but I want to ask you, is that something that you go through? Because you're saying about all men. But I know when I speak, I like to speak about me directly. So when I give an example, I can give an example of things that I've gone through with a man in particular instead of a wide range of issues that women go through.
Absolutely. See, typically the reason why people do that, they try to relate the experience to their personal anecdotal experience simply because they want to leave the door open for opinion. You know what I mean? They don't want to criticize, in other words. So I have the ability to do both that. I could make it be in general or I could make it personalized. But to answer your question, in the past, I did dealt with that situation, you know what I'm saying, where I was dealing with a woman where she was literally belittling me. She was literally emasculating me and everything. And to be quite honest with you, a lot of stuff that I talk about on my platform is due to personal experience. And so that's why I advocate for that, because I done went through the whole process, been tried in the fire and everything. I already came up with, resorts and solutions and different things like that. But I had learned that a lot of people, they're going through the situation, but they're afraid to express it, especially men dealing with, mental health. So that's why, I'll be advocating for men, if that answers your question.
Yeah, it does answer my question a little bit. I was just saying that because when I take a look at it, I mean, like for me, as an example, where are we? Are we here? Oh, 1 second. When I take a look at it, I kind of say, that's really an open-ended question to say, what is it that men want? I mean, because if I compare what is it that men want, I wouldn't have a choice but to go into what is it that women want or what is it that women need. I mean, because everybody have their own difference of needs, everybody have their own difference of wants, and to me, everybody have their own difference of just the way they handle their particular relationship and marriage. So that's a broad, a wide ended question. I'll understand it more if it's geared more towards a person directly than indirectly, because you got a different set of women, just like you have a different set of men, and both need to grow up if you're having that difference of opinions, or both need to go into a relationship that behaves and that fits them. Because I can go in a 31-year marriage, I can go into things that I wanted out of my marriage as a woman and probably didn't get it from a man. And then you probably can listen to my husband say he went into a 31-year marriage and there's things that he didn't get out of me. That doesn't mean that a man is better than a woman or a woman is better than a man. That means that in each situation, one wasn't getting what they're looking for. Maybe it's a lack of communication. But to me, that's like a broad question.
Well, I wouldn't say that it's a broad question. I'll say that it's a thought-provoking question because it's something that we really don't think about. You know what I'm saying? Because we're so used to personalizing it.
Yeah,
I
but when
believe that I believe that it is a general consensus about what men want, just like it's a general consensus about what women want. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
that could
There from there, it can trickle down into the personalization. You go ahead.
but that could be different though, because everybody won't be the same. Because I've been in situations and talking to people in marriages where I'm sitting there saying, okay, this is what you want out of your marriage, and this was what will make you happy. I mean, whereas in me, what I want out of my marriage may be a step up or maybe a step down. So to say what men want, all men don't even want the same thing. Because you got some men that may be a little bit more passive than the normal aggressive man. So he might just want women around him all the time. Then you might have a man out there that wants actually more attention from a woman. So I get what you're saying, but I think that is an individual question to me that will lead more on a personal, what do you want out of a relationship, or what do you want from a man? Because you might not want the same thing out of me as a woman than you want. You get what I'm saying for somebody else.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Urban. Go ahead.
Yeah, I learned the plan there. You go ahead, bro. All right, so let me put it to you this way. All right, the overall consensus for a woman is that she wants a man to be a protector and provider. Is that correct? Can we agree to that?
I guess we can agree.
And that's what everyone. It don't matter about her personality. It don't matter about her social status. Every woman want a man to be a protector and provider. Correct?
It can be. It can also depends on the protector that you're referring to.
No. Every woman
Yes, it can.
wants a protector or provider. Correct? Just as the same. Every man want a woman to do what? Give him peace. Right?
When you say protector,
So look, Urban. So Urban. So Urban, listen. That notion that the man's supposed to be the protector and the provider, in this day is kind of just a little bit kind of dated. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not gaslighting or putting on for real. Am I a traditional woman? I am, but I got some contemporary parts to me. The protective part, yeah, I want you to protect me from the big bad society and the big bad monster and protect me from harm. Yeah, I do. But the provider part, I eagerly, and I mean this wholeheartedly, and I'm not lying. I am team oriented. I'm team driven. I want to contribute in the provision. You understand what I'm saying? I want to take care of my husband just like my husband wants to take care of me, and we take care of each other. I want us to work together to secure the bag. Me and my husband right now are actively looking to within a year open up a daycare here and to service children with special needs and delays. That's on me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I have the credentials. That's my lane, and so he is working with me to bring that to fruition. And then he has a project that I'm going to be working with him to bring to fruition. We're providing for each other. So the sole responsibility for the man to be the sole provider, you know what I'm saying? That ideology is a little bit dated.
Now, notice I never said that the man was going to be a sole provider or the breadwinner. I'm talking about the general consensus that women want a man to be a protector or provider. As a matter of fact, let me follow up with this, and I'm going to ask you, both of y'all women, a question. Will you be okay with a man who do not provide for you 8-hour period where he'll sit up at the house and do absolutely nothing while you go out and work and be that provision for him? And he's fine with that. He don't want, now keep in mind, he don't want to do nothing else but chill. Will you be okay with that?
Me personally, I wouldn't. But I know women that are okay with that though. I know women that just would want a piece of man. You have women that feel like a piece of man is better than no man. I can tell you someone personally that enjoys being a paymaster. Wait a second. That enjoys being a paymaster as a woman and didn't want the man to work.
Wow.
But once again, we're talking about But once again, we're talking about in general, based on the context that I'm presenting to y'all. In general, if a man do not work, period, would that woman be okay? It's still being both a protector and provider.
You have
in
to
general.
ask. You have to ask. I can't tell you that. You have to ask individual women that, because again, I know women that are okay with that type of lifestyle, just like there are men that are okay with that lifestyle. Me personally, I am not okay with that lifestyle. Now, this queen may not be okay with that lifestyle, but there are people that are okay, and that's on the male side and the female side. That's why you have housewives and you honestly have house husbands.
But
that's
ideally,
protector. That's why I asked you to clarify that.
But ideally speaking, whenever you got a guy that's just not working, they're trash.
So that's what I'm saying. So a person who's just a guy that's not working, to me, that says that you are not driven. You have no drive in life, that you do not want to produce. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're working for somebody at 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? You are not producing something. Now, there may be a limitation where you are disabled or they're taking care of the child. They are a house dad. You know what I'm saying? I've heard that term before. But at least they're doing something. They're adding to the household. You know what I'm saying? In some kind of way. But if you just said you said sitting up just chilling and don't want to work, to me that screams productive. What are you adding to the household? What are you adding?
But to me, I get what that is too. And I think when it's people like us that may not be used to seeing it, we won't believe it. But the reality to it is out there. That's why there are house husbands, just like there are housewives. The same way a man decides that he want to get up and he don't want his wife to work, there are women out there that have done the same thing, especially if they're the big time breadwinner. It is out there. I mean, it depends on the scope that you look at people or you deal with people. I dealt with people from everywhere. And I know women, honestly, there's men. It may be prevalent more so in the white community, but it is prevalent.
Okay.
It does exist. So that's a question.
Yeah, once again, ladies, I understand that psychologically your mind wants to personalize this general question, but in reality, y'all know the truth behind this. Y'all know the truth is that if a man is not providing for you, in general, you are not going to be with that man. You're going to look at him as being low. And we're not talking about the other things that happen, such as the woman is toxic herself and she's controlling, different like that. I didn't present that to you. I only gave you a general question. That's it. And the general answer, the general answer is this: that every woman thinks that way. The reason why they think this way is because of social norms. Okay, same concept about the man, about that he want peace. The reason why they say he want peace because of social norms.
You can't say
you can say every woman except for queen to queen, because I don't think like that. I don't think like that.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Now you want us to believe that. Listen, if you're asking, that's why I asked you the question when I first sat down. I said, are you speaking in particular? If you're talking to me directly, I don't want a man that don't provide. But that does not answer that question for every woman, especially when I know women that live this type of lifestyle, just like I know men that live this type of lifestyle. So you can say general if you want, but you can ask us on the stage that question, and then you can go in the chat and ask them. But you can't say that for all women because it's not true. Just like I can't say that about all men. That's why we have housewives and housemen.
Okay. Let's switch gears here. We got the poll, the last poll that was up, and the poll we put up was, and I want you guys to give you guys an answer. If you didn't vote on the panel, I want you guys to give your answer here. And we went ahead and ended that poll. But the first poll that I put up in the chat was, are modern women still interested in marriage? And 43% of people in the chat said yes, definitely. 30% says only on their terms. 20% says not really. And 6% says marriage is outdated. All right. So what say you guys? Are modern women still interested in marriage? What say you guys?
Yeah, I'm absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yes,
Okay.
very much so.
Okay. Go ahead and
Because
chime in.
marriage, because well, for me, I'm gonna speak for me. I consider myself a modern woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm career driven. I've been independent the majority of my life. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of myself. I've been working since I was 14 years old, and have not missed a year working other than sickness. You know what I'm saying? But your career and being modern and understanding that society changes and statuses changes and definitions of marriage and all of that and responsibility changes. It's companionship addresses the emotional part of me. Having someone walk through life addresses a certain part of me. To me, it has nothing to do with my career. That's a whole separate side of me, and I want that need addressed. I want companionship. I want a mate. I want a husband. You know, I feel like you can have both. So I'm a modern woman, but yeah, I most definitely think that marriage is still prevalent.
Okay. With that being said, I want to play this, and I want people in the chat. I want you guys in the on the panel to react to this. And this is a very famous clip that Urban, I think you've gone over before, but I've wanted people in my chat to give their opinion about this.
Mm-hmm.
I want you guys to react to this. All right, and here we go.
See, these dudes kill me. That's what's wrong with this generation today. These young boys today. What do she bring to the table? The hell you mean, man? What do your ass bring to the table? You got a woman that can come to the table that can make another you.
You better know it.
What else she need to slide up to the table with?
You better
what about
tell
your job? What happened to men who were supposed to be responsible? Do you know that it's our job to take care of a woman and some children, to have a family? That's our damn job. See, these dudes kill me. That's what's wrong with this generation today. These young boys today, what do she bring to the table? The hell you mean, man? What do your ass bring to the table? You got a woman.
Have bringing it,
So
bringing it to the
y'all hear
table.
that?
Have bringing it to the table, and then want to question a woman when they didn't bring their own. They want to question a woman when they didn't bring the other half.
So
knowing behind every man is a strong woman. If he got a strong woman, and if you a man in front of that woman, she got her one of them.
Okay, so that with that being said, I want to ask you guys in the chat, and I want to ask you guys on the panel, who brings more to the table in 2025, the man or the woman?
It depends on who you talking to and what relationship, what house you in. Because again, you might be in a house where the man is the main provider. Then you might be in a house where the woman is the main provider. So it depends on what house you're referring to.
Okay.
So I'm just going to generalize my statement. You know, and that you may agree, you may disagree. Just listen to Steve Harvey. He is speaking out of the context of the things that have influenced his life. You understand what I'm saying? He's speaking from his generation. And for the most part, they sound real good. You know what I'm saying? The man is the provider, he's a protector. That sound real good. And yeah, that's all good, and we love that. We love to hear that. But I want us to kind of step forward a little bit to 2025. In this economy, realistically, it's gonna take, and we both gonna have 2 jobs. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a sad commentary. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But in this economy, it's a unless you got an extremely great job. You know what I'm saying? We both the breadwinners. We're both contributing some kind of way. Yeah, historically, the man has been the provider. You know what I'm saying? But being a priest of your household and being a provider, to me, is two different things. You know what I'm saying? I can work a full-time job and be an entrepreneur, and my husband work and be an entrepreneur, and he still run the household. I don't feel like I don't one up him, or we got to be equal. No, I know how to be submissive to my husband, and I know that don't sound good to some women ears. You understand what I'm saying? But I know that my husband is the priest of my household if he's running it correctly. I can follow him. You understand what I'm saying? I can even make more money than my husband and still understand that he's the priest of the household.
better let them know
Do you
it.
understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna still go in there, cook his dinner, bring his food, and rub his feet.
Tell them.
Because I know my place.
You better tell them. All women aren't the same, and that's where the problem come in there. Because men, I'm finding they are getting in a place where they're generalizing all women in the same boat, and women are doing the same thing too. We're both generalizing each other. Why? Because maybe we haven't found that person to fit what we're looking for. So of course we're gonna continue to downplay. But anybody up here on the stage found somebody that fit them? Because if you found somebody that fit you, then you can't generalize all women in this. You have to speak for the women, but the one you have now, if they're treating you the way you want to be treated, how can they still be in the same boat? I think it depends on your house and what you're looking for.
So, first of all, I want to let Queen, not you, D, but Queen the Queen. I want to let Queen the Queen know that I totally disagree that you're a modern day woman because you don't resemble the behavior of a modern day woman. You resemble the behavior of a more you resemble the behavior of a traditional woman. You resemble the behavior of a traditional woman. All right. Modern day women do not do the stuff that you're doing. Trust me. Trust me. They do not do that. Trust me. Now to answer this question about who brings to the table, this is originally a red pill talking point. All right. So the whole idea of this conversation is to challenge the women. All right. It's to challenge these modern women and let them know that the only thing that they bring to the table is their bodies, and that's it. And they will openly and honestly admit to that. No, they work. They're career-driven women and everything, but they say that the only thing that they want to bring to the table is their bodies, and that's it.
But here's
they want to they want to have the ability they want to have the ability to hold on to their money while they spend the man money. All right, they want to have the ability to have all the benefits of being in a relationship, but not the responsibility of it.
Lazy.
Okay, Urban. Sandra says here a good question. She says, "What's a modern day woman to Urban?"
I was going to ask him in tradition to traditional.
Yeah. So the difference between modern women and traditional women is this: modern women they follow the modern day feminist movement, which we're currently in the fifth wave of the feminist movement right now. Feminism teaches women that it's okay to not only be empowered, but it's also okay for you to literally put yourself into a position where you're over the man. Okay. So you could do all these things where you be over men, such as go out and get degrees and have a career, to be higher in the hierarchy or the social status. All right. Why you emasculate the man?
There's men out there that like
so because you got a degree, you're emasculating the man because you really got a degree.
No. See, did y'all know that? No, listen, it don't. No, See, this way, what you're giving one question and then giving a whole nother answer. A woman that want to get a degree, or a woman that want to look good,
that's because y'all not letting me finish my statement. Y'all keep interrupting me without understanding.
That one question. See, you saying one thing, but then when you say one thing, there's commas behind it or there's a period. But if you're saying this, what the difference is, I will be able to understand that. But you giving us the difference, the answers, and then you adding other things to it.
Yes, the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm giving you context to what it is. I have to explain it, and I have to land my plane. But if you keep interrupting me, then you're not going to get understanding. I'm just saying.
I'm not trying to interrupt you,
but go ahead.
A lot. It's almost like we asked for 2 definitions and you giving us the definition of 5 words. That's how I'm looking at it. So it takes it further to make you say, wait a minute, but you got to go back to this right here because we're asking you those 2. But you're giving us other definitions of other words instead of just those 2.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and land. There you go, bro. All right, so let me put it to you this way. Whenever y'all are explaining your points or articulate your point, do you notice that I don't interrupt you at all, period? I listen to understand. No matter how long it takes for you to get there, I allow you that opportunity to get there, correct? The reason why I do that is because, once again, I listen to understand. All right. I don't listen to defend anything. Okay.
I don't think it's a defense.
All
I
right.
don't
Go ahead,
I'm
SBK.
raised up with women. I'm raised up with all men, so I don't have a side like that. Go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead and finish what you got. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No. That's it.
Okay. So we got Lionel, you got anything to say, bro?
I would have said a lot of what Urban said, honestly.
What'd you say?
I would have said a lot of what Urban said, honestly.
I got you. There's another poll in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. There's another poll in the chat, and I want you guys to check it out and vote. All right? I want you guys to check it out and vote. Here's the question. It says, who has higher standards today? Who has higher standards, the men or the women? Men or women, both or neither? And let's talk about it.
Both. It depends on who you talking. What man are you talking to? What women?
Now, Queen, you keep saying that over and over again. You've been saying that the whole time. It depends on who you're talking to.
It does.
Women have higher standards though on the cool though.
No, listen, it depends on who you're talking to, because listen, I have one brother. To me, his standards is just like whatever. And then I have another two brothers whose standards are to the roof. And then as a woman, I have friends who I know, even cousins, whose standards is just ridiculous to me. But then I know a lot of women because I travel a lot and I'm an advocate and I deal with a lot of people on different levels. And I deal with a lot of women that have higher standards. So maybe I'm going to be a difference in this, because I feel you got to ask that question to an individual person, because I know both on both sides.
Mm-hmm. So women have a higher standard because they have a higher expectation of us as men to be protectors and providers to them.
Is that like the women that you've dealt with?
No, I'm talking about women in general.
Why did you laugh, Queen to Queen?
Talking about women in general.
I am laughing because you standing 10 toes down on this individual custom made. I get what SBK is saying. He just want a generalized ballpark, answer. I get it. And I was really thinking while Urban was speaking. I was thinking and just kind of taking a snapshot of society and where we at right now. And I'm sorry to say this, but the standards to me in this generation, I'm not talking about our generation. I'm talking about this generation right now. The standards on both sides is trash. I'm sorry. I said it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. It's like morals and values skipped a whole generation and left these poor children right now out in the cold.
See, SBK, it ain't that I'm just giving that. Listen.
Well, Queen.
Yes.
Now, every time I've gone on your panel, you said, hey, SBK, I want you to be direct. I want you to be blah, blah, blah.
That's right.
Okay, now look, I think that you're being kind of vague. I think you're being kind of vague, Queen.
Directly. Ask me something directly. When you ask a general question like that,
it is direct. It is direct because you got to look at what's going on around you, personal experience, the whole 9 yards.
And those are my personal experiences. For me directly, I can tell you with the people that I'm around now, I'm around people where their standards are a lot lower, and I'm going to gauge that to men. Because if you're asking that question about standards and you're asking in a relationship wise, then for me, I'm going to say the men that I have met, they're not up to my standards.
So let me say this. I'm gonna give a personalized example of what happened to me. Now, I was in a relationship once, and to me, I was very, I paid attention to his needs and his wants. You know what I'm saying? I would watch him from afar, metaphorically, to see, how I can add to his life. And I ain't gaslighting y'all. I'm for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I love this dude. It was a serious relationship. You know what I'm saying? We were engaged. And it kind of drug on and kept drugging on. The relationship kept dragging on. And I didn't lose my consistency with this dude. I didn't beg him for no money. I took care of myself. You know what I'm saying? We did buy gifts, for each other. Our families got close to each other. You know what I'm saying? It was really hot and heavy and everything. And so we just had a come to Jesus type of moment where we just laid everything on the table. And I asked him, why are you procrastinating and and taking this to the next level? Because we had decided that this is what we wanted to do, but it seemed to kind of slow down. You know what he told me? And I respected him for his honesty. He said, I'm trying to see if you are good enough for me. I didn't cheat on this man. I catered to this man, overly catered to this man. But it was something about me, and I don't charge, and I didn't feel, no kind of way. It was something about me, or in me, or in my character that he felt didn't meet his standards. And now we are the best of friends now, but it just didn't work out. He was honest with me.
Okay, now with that being said, guys, I want you guys to answer this. Okay, are higher standards the reason why men are pursuing women these days? Lionel and Urban, what do you think?
I say unrealistic expectations is the reason why men are pursuing women, because they set such a high standard to a point to where we can't even reach it even if we try.
What standards have you heard women put that's too high for a man? Give me one of them.
Okay,
they want a man to make six figures. That's unrealistic because that's only 1%.
You've been watching on Kendra G. Because
that's what they.
Come on now.
That's the consensus of a lot of women who are saying that. Hold on. How are you going to tell me? Give you one example right there. You all of a sudden like, no. That can't be true. What I'm telling you, it is.
I had to make that joke because I've heard a lot of that with this Kendra G. But in my regular life, that's not even a question that we even talk about. But I've heard a lot of that on Kendra G though. In the regular day dating, Urban, have women told you that? Oh, I'll date you if you have six
absolutely. Absolutely. When I was in the dating market, I had plenty of women who told me that. The very first thing that we talk about before we go even further is how much I make. Kid you not.
And I think
they're direct in the modern day dating market.
I was surprised to hear
that's
that.
Why, you know what, Urban? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The society now in the modern is different.
See,
it's different than how it's different.
That's the reason why I'm challenging y'all on this, because I understand that y'all looking at things from y'all personal anecdotal experience, which is nothing wrong with that. I never said there was nothing wrong with y'all doing that, but what I'm trying to get y'all to understand that this is a whole new social norm that's out there right now. This is a whole new ideology what women are doing right now in this current moment.
And I agree with you. But I'm agreeing with you. The thing of it is, you said, yes, that's something in our own personal experience, but that's the only thing that we can give you. What's in our own personal experience, because if you didn't talk to someone or you weren't around someone having those conversations, what else experience you gonna get it in? But I get it in both areas. I get it in that experience and with people I meet on day-to-day, like business as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the personal experience, period.
I got a question. I got a question about y'all general consensus on things. I'm listening to y'all and it's kind of weird to me because I know for a fact that a lot of people don't know someone who has tetrachromacy, which is the ability to see more than 100 times the colors an average person can see. That is a small minority of people. Most people are going to see one spectrum. They're going to see red is red. Maybe they're going to see a couple of other colors in it, but they're not operating on that level. So we're going to create a general consensus on what colors are and what the standard spectrum of colors are. We're not sitting here arguing against that because that is the general situation. Why are we so quick to personalize it when there are general consensus for us to operate on?
So if someone asks you that question, how else are you going to get an answer? You're not going to get an answer because you flew around the world. You're going to get an answer because those are the people that you've dealt with, or those are the things that you've heard from somewhere else. So how would that not be on a personal level? You ain't on the radio show getting those answers, or people not emailing you around the world. So how else would you get someone's answer? So I don't understand how would it be general, especially if you deal with different people. But if that's why I say, are you asking a question specifically? Then I would understand those questions. But when you're generalizing it, I'm gonna give you I spoke to these people and I also speak to these type of people. I don't understand why is it general when one of us answer a question, but when you all get asked a question and you answer, why is it your answer? That's not a general answer for most men? Or is those personal answers that you've been going through, like I asked you, Urban, did you go through this specifically? Because I do communicate more on specifically.
Now, Queen, I already told you this. I already told you that I answer both on my personal experience and generalization based on what everybody is saying.
And that's what I was
doing. Just like what Lina was giving an example earlier about the one color spectrum, right? We all could agree that if we go outside right now, a majority of us is going to say that the one sky is blue, unless they have some type of genetic mutation to make them see that it's differently. But the overall consensus is the sky is blue, and we're going to agree to that. Okay, same thing in this situation. When I told you earlier that, hey, women want men to be protectors and providers, that is the overall thing what every woman say. A matter of fact, every woman been brought up to think this way through social norms or wherever the case may be. Correct. Same thing with the men. Hold on, let me finish. Same thing with the men as well too. Every man on this panel and on the chat right now, they would literally say that they've been brought up to find a woman to give them peace. Every man will agree to that.
So is that generalizing?
Absolutely it is.
So are you giving that off of your personal opinion, and these are the men you talk to? So I don't understand when we answer a question, why is those answers not accepted? Because it doesn't have anything to me. It's not every woman is what it's me. So
no,
you talk about every man. All the men say this, all the men say that, but you specifically should tell what you encounter. So then you'll be giving what happens to you instead of all men, because all men not talking. That's why I said.
Well, actually, it's men in the chat right now that be agreeing to what I've been said. So
tell them to come on.
But check this
in the chat.
But check this out though. Once again, I share my personal anecdotal experience and I give a generalization statement. But so far with you, D, and unfortunately with Queen as well too, y'all don't give a general statement. Y'all give just one of your personal statement, or you say you'll give like a neutral response behind it, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Ask me something specific. Give me one question.
Urban, ain't nothing wrong with that though.
SBK been asking y'all some he been asking for very specific questions.
Give me an example of you asked a question. I didn't give you my answer. Give me an example, because if I did it that much, give me an example of me doing it and not answering the question, or maybe not answering it how you want to hear it as a man.
Well, I think a generalization is how you say, well, it depends on the person. You know what I mean? It depends on the individual.
Give me the question.
I mean, every question I've asked, you know what I mean?
Give me the question. So if I answered you, what made it general other than my answer?
Because every answer you gave was like,
so give me one of the answers. Correct. Give me one of the answers that were not befitting to you is my question. How about that?
That's the answer you gave.
No, give me the question. You said I gave you the answer. The question. I'm trying to understand which question was it you didn't get an answer to, or was general?
The last question I gave were high standards the reason why fellas aren't pursuing.
Well, we never answered your question. I didn't never answer that question.
Well, I answered it. I gave a personal experience. You know what I'm saying, of an encounter that I had. It didn't cause me to think that all men thought like that, but that one specific man did.
Okay, Bond's been up here, and then we got my big sis just came up. Bonds came up first. Bonds, what's up with you?
He up here? Oh Lord.
Yeah, Bonds, little sis, what's going on, Bond? What you got on everything? I know you biting at the chops to talk. and I'm sorry, but you know what you got on it. Go ahead.
I forgot what I came up here for because I started laughing so hard.
I know you've been laughing in the chat.
I had it was some y'all was talking about before I got up here, but then Lionel said whatever he said, and then everybody started talking about something different.
So you're not paying attention, Vance?
No, I was, but I was laughing really hard. Like it was a distraction. I was like, okay, lights, colors, right. So
women,
I'm gonna let y'all finish.
Not paying attention.
If it come back to me, I come back.
Okay, now check this out.
I was gonna ask
when you two gather y'all's thoughts, I'm going to give away, since we made the whatchamacallit for the super chats, and I'm going to give a winner out right now, and the winner is Samoa Gorilla. Samoa Gorilla has been the most active so far in the chat, and I'm
Don DeMarco, go.
Put your
where's the sound effect?
Put your cash app in the chat, bro, so that way we can reward you. And I'm gonna put up another goal, and you guys can donate if you want. It's gonna go right back to you. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna put another goal in the chat. We reach that goal. I'm gonna do another giveaway. Some more Gorilla won. So put your cash app in the chat so I can bless you, brother. So I can bless you. All right. What's up with sis? You looking all fly and dapper as usual.
What's going on, y'all?
What's up with it?
How's everybody doing?
How you doing?
Chilling.
Good.
You looking all
salute to the panel, salute to the chat.
This don't feel right, bro.
I know. What? Thank you. These are my blue blockers.
It don't feel right. It do not feel right at all.
What it don't feel like for?
Because she not drinking her Long Island tea.
Nope.
She got to work in the morning.
I got some for. I got some.
Damn
what
it.
You got Queen.
I got some Kool-Aid for you.
I'm gonna behave.
Kool-Aid. Make sure you always have Kool-Aid.
I'm gonna be on my best behavior.
I got a cover.
Oh my God. Okay, Vaughn, you have you gathered your thoughts there, baby girl?
Y'all were talking about whose standards are higher. At first I said both men and women, like, together, but I think it's women. And I'm gonna say I've been noticing on social media there's been more unrealistic expectations, and very, very high standards from me. I've been noticing that. And I do have a friend who is strange like that. Her standards and expectations are like really out of this world. And we pick at her, but it's like, what's really wrong with you? So I think it's me. I mean women. I really think it's women who have higher standards.
Okay. So
I'm going to say this is a man's world, like my brother James said, and I want to say that the influence of a man's want and need, and I'm ready for all of the smoke I'm about to get. Okay, has been so threaded through society and layered upon layered through our society, and what our young women have to grow up and understand about the Western culture, that it is man driven, that women automatically grow up to seek out the attention of a man. Before they can even figure out who they are, they're trying to please some man. They're trying to look a certain way. They're trying to dress a certain way to get the attention of a man, because that's how Western society is. That's why you got tons and tons of women, not all women, because some women do it for themselves, but you got women out here cutting and killing themselves and putting on this and taking off that and filling this up and pumping all to get the attention of a man, or a man-driven society, or whatever the trend is, or whatever the culture is. It's pop culture, and it's a fad. It's a good thing to do. You got to look this way to be this type of sex symbol because this is what the man wants. the metaphoric man. So this is a man's world. It's man driven.
Okay. Okay. It's just TV.
Hey.
Hold on. Hold on. Do I got
Oh
it on
God.
there?
Here we go.
Do I got it on here? Do I have it on here? I don't.
Please don't.
Oh yeah, you gotta have it. We gotta introduce you right. It's just TV. It's just TV.
You see that? Choose which finger you want.
For that reason, you get it again. It's just TV. It's just TV.
There you go.
So, sis, I thank you for coming on the panel.
Yes.
I'll choose which finger later on. I'll choose which finger later on. I got you. So, sis, what you got on it? I mean, you've been listening. What you got on it?
I've been listening in and out, so I'm just going to attack what y'all just said. I guess the question that you just posed are high standards the reason men aren't pursuing?
Yep.
And I wouldn't say it's high standards. And maybe the ladies might get mad at me. It's all right. I'm good.
Girl, just say it.
It's more about, I think it's more about the risk, the perceived risk, right? Men today are a little bit fearful of navigating, dating, pursuing women, relationships, things like that. They are fearful of today's women. They're fearful of rejection. They're fearful of being labeled like a simp or creepy or pushy, or you know what I'm saying? So I think it's more the man who is not it's more risky for the man than the woman, because women, you know, all we got to do is show up, look pretty. You know, we show up, look pretty, we get in the club early. We show up, look pretty, we get the drinks. We show up, look pretty, we show a little something, we get, you know, we get things. Men don't have that same, they don't get that same type of attention. It's more so, you know, should I step to her? If I step to her, is she gonna, you know, reject me? If we on this date and I'm talking too serious, is she gonna think, ooh, he too, you know, I'm not ready for all that. He a little creepy. He talking too like he in love with me. He don't even know me like that. So it's more, in my opinion, it's more risky for a man.
Okay, so before you guys react, my little bro, Samora Gorilla, he has forfeited his gift. You know what I'm saying? He forfeited his gift, and I appreciate it. He says he's here to support. So we're gonna go with another winner, and the winner is
Samoan Gorilla.
Sweet Rita.
Sweet Rita.
Sweet Rita is in the.
Hey, Sweet Rita.
So Sweet Rita.
Hey.
So Sweet Rita, I think I have your whatchamacallit, and so congratulations, Sweet Rita. Congratulations. I got you. So you guys stay in the chat, because Nightbot will bless you. It will bless you. It will bless you. All right. So you guys can comment on
Yep. Yeah, but I just want to make a statement what E was saying.
Go ahead.
Men are not afraid, okay? We're simply just exercising our options now. We're no longer going to be a victim of simpology that women been teaching us how to be. And to be quite honest, it wasn't just women who was teaching us this, but it's really them 70 and 80 dudes who's teaching us how to be simp towards women. You know what I mean? So we're beyond that, and we're just learning to pretty much adapt so we could be part of the social hierarchy, and where relationships could be the way that it need to be.
Okay. You guys can chime in. Go ahead and chime in.
I gotta be honest. I don't know anything about no men being scared. I don't know about no men being scared. I just got to. I mean, I'm gonna say this. I feel like the guys that are like real. Oh, I ain't never get married, and forget these women. I think there's something wrong with them. So don't ask me.
Come on now, y'all need to stop that. And then I'm listening to him, and he's saying, "Oh, we this and we that, and the man with the standards and this, that, and the other." Okay, I could agree to disagree on all of that. I think the reason why men feel like they so high up on a pedestal and they can pick and choose how they want is because a lot of the young ladies that's presented today allow them to do what they want to do and get away. So then when the right woman come along, what men do too, they kind of kick that one to the side and act like they got different options. Why? Because they undercover don't have to commit. They undercover don't have to do these particular things. So they try to set this standard because they really dealing with other women that's not even to their standard, because that's what floats their boat anyway.
Now, to be quite honest with you, I could agree with you on that sentiment. Simply because we are taught that the type of women you're talking about right now, them are women who are considered as fun times. You know what I'm saying? We go ahead and pump and dump them, and it is what it is. Right. And when we end up on going after that actual woman, then our attitude and our behavior is totally different with that woman.
Right, but but you know what we could do, being that do we have Queen yet? So Queen is here, and she made a statement a little earlier. She said she was dealing with a man. Queen, you could take over. She said she was dealing with a man. She said, I was a good woman, I was a this, I was that, I was the other. She said I wasn't offended. She said, however, the man told me that he's looking for he trying to figure out if you for me, or you worth it, or you better, or you up to what my standards.
He said that.
No, I'm just giving an example of you being. I'm only giving an example of you saying you were a good woman. You did the things you should have did. You presented yourself right. You had accolades behind you, but you still got this man with these standards, because now he can't see that he do have somebody in front of him. You know why? Because 9 times out of 10, she didn't say the rest of the story. But who was he dealing with, or did anybody else come into play where he could pick and choose and navigate and pimp up and pimp back down when he felt like it?
Oh, my bad. I was waiting on Queen to say something. Well,
I know, because I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Are you saying that the reason why he did not commit is because he may have another option? Or
no, ma'am. No. I was giving an example where he was saying about a man with a woman and trying to see and the standards and this, that, and other. And I only gave the example of you gave about someone you were with and you were good. You thought you were doing everything right. And then he said whatever he said when you are a good woman. He still seen past you. And I'm saying he could have been a person with so many options. And that's why they boost their standards up so high. And then they look as if women are this and women are that. But their standards are high because
you know what?
1,000 options.
I respected what he said. You know, and he was in the moment. But to be honest, my true feelings about that situation was I felt that he really just was not ready to commit. And sometimes some men, they deflect and say that, you know what I'm saying? But in actuality, they're not ready to commit.
And I brought you up because of what Urban just said, giving an example of, okay, here there was a good woman, and we got someone still got high standards, still looking and searching.
I mean, ladies, do this prove my point that women have higher standards than men? I mean, realistically, because I just gave you the scenario saying that when we're looking for a certain type of women, right, we don't have no high standards for them. We're only looking for that certain type of woman. Even when we're looking for a woman who we want to potentially marry, it's the same as that thing. We don't look for them high aesthetics in a woman. All we look for, first of all, is the certain type of look. There right after it is, if she's going to be cool with us or she's going to give us that piece, and that's it. But however, women have the higher standards. Even in that scenario that I told you, that woman want that dude to pay to play. Let's keep it real. That woman want that dude to pay her bills. That dude want to unwind and dine her.
You mean that man that wanted to get
I don't think this particular conversation proves your point.
Do you mean that man that came to this woman because he initially came to her because of looks and expecting some bad, and expecting some bedtation,
And
So
y'all
always
believe that
listen,
that's a higher
always
standard,
money.
though?
Come on
Y'all
now,
believe
bad
that's a high?
Haitian.
You believe that's a higher standard for a
Bad
man?
Haitian. No, what
No,
we're
that's a
talking
turn off. I don't want
Come
no.
on.
I don't want no superficial man. Just yeah, okay, the looks may get you in the door or whatever. But
That's the first
I'm looking
expectation.
inside to see if you got some character, some content to yourself,
Right.
some quality to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I'm not
That
just no
which
fickle.
that proves my
That's
point
the
of what
first
I'm telling
expectation.
y'all. That women have more higher standards than men.
But the man, the one 9 times out of 10, the man is the one that chooses the woman. Let's talk.
What?
The man is the one that chooses the woman, though. So if the
No,
man is if
that's
the
not
man
correct,
is the
D.
one choosing the woman, what was his expectations when he chose her? He chose her by looks first.
No, men are the one who initiate the encounter. Women are the one who choose the
What
man.
I'm saying, that's the same difference of
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I disagree
No, it's
with
not.
that.
The looks.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that, Urban. You know, there's some women right now are waiting to be chose, and they've been in a relationship for years, and they're waiting to be chose by the dude that they love, and the dude it's nowhere near interested in marrying them and choosing them. But I mean, now if you want to talk about traditionally and generalizing something, women have always been in position to be chosen by men.
And not only that, when you ask the question about standards and stuff like that, if you want me to be honest, and now this is where the women are going to get upset with me. They're going to get upset with me because I feel like a lot of women, and I'm only going to talk in the Black community because that's where I'm at. In the Black community, I personally feel that there's a lot of Black women, standards are so low until they would prefer a piece of man over no man. I feel like the standard of a Black woman is low. That's why they'll get with these baby daddies. That's why they have baby daddies, because their standards are low. That's why they don't know, not just on welfare and stuff like that, but can't seem to get a step ahead, can't get out the projects, just different things like that. I feel like in our Black community, the standards of a Black woman in the Black community is a lot lower than a man. Because if it wasn't, they wouldn't pick the type of men that keep them down because they can't get out. They get caught on love. They get caught on the bedroom. They get caught on little things like that. The Black women's standards are a lot lower than Black men.
Whereas our Caucasian counterparts, the family makes sure that Caucasian young lady, and I'm sorry, I don't want to be offensive, makes sure when that young man comes to take her hand, they have the whole family to see what they bring to the table.
And that's why so we can ask that question in so many ways. But if you be honest with yourself and go in your community of the women that you really know, don't go in those other Indian communities, go in the communities that you really know. And how many of y'all say, man, I don't know why she with that nigga right there. Or man, I don't know why she wouldn't have never left him. So y'all want to talk about standards. Let's keep it real. In our communities, what do you see in the Black women? Y'all want to talk about something, this man versus woman. Our Black community is period. It's a lack thereof, and we need to do better in it. So we beating around the honest answer. Women's standards, especially Black women, they're too low. They want a piece of man over no man. They'll stay on welfare and everything. But that man get to use her Section 8. And she get to fight all the girls in the community because he cheating. Let's keep it real.
I agree.
Y'all better know it.
I can't disagree with that one.
I say the same stuff.
Church in the back of
Hey,
You on mute.
hold on.
You on mute, brother. You on mute.
Hey, hold on. We're not going to beat around the bush since we talking about this, right? We're not going to beat around on same type of woman who's on welfare. I want y'all to want to consider this, okay? And lining off a grill to cook when I say this. I mean SBK, but I want y'all to consider this. Those same type of women that you're talking about right now, that is their actual standard. Their standard is the level where they at right now. So of course they're gonna want to go after the dude who's a piece of dude, because that's the level that where they at right now, currently in their life. If you go out and seek a pookie, their expectation is gonna be a pookie. If you a thought, and that's the level where you at, that's what you tend to go and seek out and find, is somebody who's similar into your social economical standards, correct?
Correct. So we generalizing this question. So the general community that I'm in, It's my Black community. So I'm giving you my general answer. The Black women in my general community, because that's the answer y'all been wanting. Anybody on this stage can't agree that in your general community, a lot of the Black women standards are a lot lower because of what they're accepting. So you're asking for a general answer. Now it can't be no more general than that.
But I'm glad that you finally gave a general answer to that. So salute to that.
No, I'm glad you know. I'm not glad. That's not it. I'm glad that you're learning how to be more specific.
We've been specific the whole entire conversation. What are you talking about?
No. Because everything you asked was a general question, and me being around so many different people, I gave you that answer. But when you want to be particular about whose standards is higher, it's not a Black woman to me. All that what people want in their households and stuff like that, man, you got to ask people those questions individually.
Oh, so we now going back to the individual thing.
We can go back to all of it. I asked you individually when I first came on, Queen, didn't I say to him, are you talking about you? Are you talking about I did not do it? I said, I opened
Okay. The thing about it is that whenever we ask the question,
there you go.
We're going off of personal experience and what you see, and then you give an answer. It's not like it's like, it depends on who you're talking to. It depends on who it is. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I got DR on the.
I'm just saying. About men, I gave you an answer about men, but when you ask in general, you get man and woman.
Okay.
Now, again,
we got DR on the panel. I'm sorry, DR. We got DR on the panel. DR, what you got on it, sweetheart? We got the Bay Area baby in the house, and I know Lionel is excited to have DR on here. So, DR, what you got on it, baby girl?
What's up, DR?
What it do? So, for me, I look at it as number one, social media is gassing everybody up.
Thank you.
And what the real of people's situations anyway. So what I do see a lot of women on social media saying, I need a man that makes 6 figures. I need him to take me out here. I need him to provide this, that, and the other. Personally, me, when I see that, it's not a good look. No. It looks as if you are bringing nothing to the table. That's and you want the man to basically supply and provide everything. And
that's right.
Unfortunately, I do have to agree with Urban. Lord, help me. All you
yes
all you really is bringing is your body. You know what I'm saying? That's what you bring to the table. And unfortunately, a lot of men are okay with that, and they will drop them coins.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's be realistic in what we're looking at. We're looking at a society that's pushing out this propaganda where, you men need to provide this, they need to do that. Mm-hmm. Women need to make sure they're doing this and they doing that. From a personal experience, the men that I encounter, or the men in my family, or men that I come across, they are looking for peace. Okay, these are older, in my age bracket. I'm not talking about 20s and different things like that, but they are looking for peace. They're looking for stability. They're looking for a companion, someone who understands them, that can, they can, chill with and trust and have some loyalty. That is rare in our society today that we have going on now. A lot of that is not happening. It's about, how much money you making. Can you provide for my kids? Or, it's just a lot going on. So it's hard. You can, generalize. You can, put certain situations in a box. But this society that we're living in today, the men and the women, when you're looking at it from a perspective of what can you offer, what can you bring to the table, who expectations are the highest, and different things like that. It's what type of environment you in. You know what I'm saying? The type of environment that I'm in, I'm not coming across those type of
me either.
I'm not coming across those type of men, and I don't fool with those type of women. That I have 6 children. Okay, so I'm not in that circle. You know what I'm saying? I'm not around that, so I don't hear that. I do hear, you know, I'm around women that are ambitious. They have careers. They're educated. They, you know, they're looking for companions. They're not looking for a man to come in and take care of everything. You know, Urban,
Absolutely.
you made a statement of, well, what are women looking for? They're looking for a protector. And I kind of, I was side-eyeing you like, what woman want a man that could protect? I'm finna look at you real suspect. If I feel you can't protect me or you can't protect yourself, that's a problem. But I could protect myself. But there is something that I feel that should be in a man's DNA, period. And your ancestors should be following you when it comes to protecting, you know, looking out for your family, making sure things are correct, you know, being able to lead. Those are essential attributes that I feel are essential. And it shouldn't be a pick and choose situation. That should be a part of who you are. And if it's not, which is not, all men are not created the same. All men are not developed that way. They're not brought up that way. They don't have the understanding of that. You know what I'm saying? I feel a man who, depending on certain situations, he's at home, he's not doing that, playing video games, and if he's okay with that,
right,
that's a character flaw, in my opinion, with that man who does not have no ambition, does not want to get up, does not want to go out there and be the lion that he should be and fight and make things happen or contribute to the household. You know,
that's right.
It's teamwork to me. I feel like it's a team effort. You know, it's not one over the other. We coming together like, you know what I'm saying? Like we supposed to, whether it's six figures or not. We bringing what we have together intellectually, financially, spiritually, emotionally. We bringing all that to the table and we finna make it happen. That's how I look at it. So I feel like social media is gassing everybody up and having people have these preconceived notions about what reality is and what it really is. And it ain't what it really is. So when you hook up with somebody, you really hooking up with them to find out who that person is individually and understanding who they are. And if they're not who you want them to be, or they're not, they don't have the characteristics or what you're looking for, then you just move on. Like being stuck in situations that does not serve you either way, to me, is, you know, it's not productive at all. So that's just my take.
Who up here cheerleader talking about that's right? I ain't right. What's wrong with y'all?
I was gonna tell her thank you because I like the part
Women.
said she's not around all of that low standards and all that kind of stuff. I didn't want to say it, you know, I didn't want nobody to think I was lying, but I mean that's the truth.
I said it.
All black women don't have low standards. All black women ain't on Section 8. All black women ain't out here fighting and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I agree with Dion.
I said that, and they felt like I was being general. No, it depends. I said I'm on both walks of life. I talked to so many different people. I can answer that question in multiple ways. They said I was generalizing, but it has to be on a personal level. Whether it's personal and business, you still matter. But it's not generalizing when she said the same way, or because now somebody else came in and said it. Hashtag said it.
Because I was given that, you know, the aspect of I can see where it's personal, and then I can also see where social media is influencing a lot of young women, young men's decisions, what their expectations are, and not really looking at it in reality. So that's where the disconnect is happening in our society, especially, you know, I can only, you know, really for me refer to in you know, black folks. So that's how I'm able to relate to situations, you know what I'm saying? So it's across the board. It shouldn't just be one way. Like, who thinks one way? I should be able to be able to look at it from your
Right.
perspective,
Thank
understand
you.
from you look at it from my perspective and understand. So I understand where Queen D is saying that, man, get at me, holler at me, what you need, what you want, and I'm gonna let you know if I can provide that or if I can't. You know what
It
I'm
all
saying? And then I
right.
can also look at it from the perspective of Urban, like, you know, but this is we got chicks out here talking about, man, if you ain't making six figures,
Yes.
you ain't taking me to the finest restaurants every weekend, I can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So again, I can't relate to that type of woman because that's not how I am.
Exactly.
That is exactly what is out there on social media. And so, like SBK said, or somebody said that women, I think it was just men are afraid or feel a certain type of way to even approach a woman. They may look at and be like, oh, she fine, she fly, but this chick might want me to make six figures and I'm only making 85,000 a year, which that's still a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So it's difficult. Man, I'm like, push through, nigga. If you want to holler, come holler. And if I say no, it's no. Just do what you gonna do. And whatever the outcome is what the outcome is. I'd rather be, like I say, I'd rather be told the truth than comforted with a lie. Like, if you want to fuck with me, fuck with me. If you don't, you don't. Like, have the courage.
Yep.
Have the tenacity. Have the boldness to get out there. Whether they thinking you making six figures or not. And if you want to cuss that hoe out afterwards and be like, girl, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Then it is what it is. What she gonna do? What you gonna do? Nothing. Like, people out here being scared to say what they need to say or feel how they want to feel. I'm not. I'm finna tell you something.
That's why I said what I said. I see it on both sides, but if you want to be particular about the standards, and I'm very clear on the standards as what do a man stand up his standards because of a woman? Yeah, you know why? Do you see the women that got low standards already? It ain't a woman's standards higher than a man, not to me, not in my black community, and then in the white community, it ain't all that different either. They just
So
hide.
Now
So
I disagree. I disagree. In with our white counterparts, they're more they're more family oriented. They're more lineage oriented. They want to know
No,
your pedigree.
strategic.
Their standards are still they standards aren't all that high either. They come with a lot of other depressions and so many other related mental illnesses that they don't speak about.
In relating to securing a mate, or a husband or a wife, a lot of times they look at the pedigree of a person.
Yeah, they'll secure a mate, but what's going on inside that mate's house? I got plenty white Caucasian friends, plenty of them.
I grew up around white people, and I babysat for this one white lady, and she was going through a divorce, and her husband, he was a whole crackhead, and she still wanted to be with her husband, and she would, she's kind of crazy too. I used to tell her, and I was only 16, and I used to tell her she shouldn't talk to her oldest boy because when he was he had not ADHD, ADD, and he was autistic. Like, he would like run through the house and like jump around and tear stuff up. And when she would get mad at him, she would be like, "You're gonna be a crackhead just like your daddy." And I used to tell her, like, that's not okay. And I would have my mom talk to her, even though she was older than my mother. But, you know, as black people, it was like, you know, you don't talk to no kids like that. You know, so white people be jacked up too, for real, for real.
And not just white people, Vaughn. Also, like, I have a friend, a lady I'm very, very close with. She's from Korea. And the stuff that I found out that she's been going through for years with her husband, not even knowing that he do drugs, he actually beat on her. But because of her religion, she don't know how to leave him because of her country. So it's not just black women. Black women just are out there with it. White women have problems. It's problems, period. It just is the level of getting that awareness, or you knowing who's going through what, or who the community is that you're in more so than the other.
Okay. So with that being said, there's another new poll in chat. We'll go over that. But that poll, the last poll that I had, where I put in the chat where who has higher standards today, men or women, and 36% said men, and then 26% said both, and 21% said neither, and 15% said women. So,
So I guess I was right again, Urban. Do I get a gift? Do I get a gift, Urban?
No, look here. Y'all know good and damn well that there's more women than men in that chat. So
You
stop
just went
it.
to the voting poll. You gonna debate that with the voting poll too? Hey Vaughn, you remember last time I was here, Vaughn? Remember
Look,
last time
I can't say
Oh,
nothing because I
goodness.
voted both, but I changed my answer when I hit the panel, so I can't say nothing.
Now she's stood up here manipulating the voting process.
Vaughn, you remember last time? You remember last time I was here, Vaughn, when Lionel, you talking to somebody in the audience, I'm gonna pick my ass. I'm picking whose side I'm supposed to be in the moment. Lionel don't like me tonight. He remember Vaughn, he don't like me.
Yes, I remember.
That's what you were laughing at that's what you was gonna say when you first came on, but you didn't say that part because we were best friends last time, child. But I was really defending women. I feel the same way a lot of men feel. And others back up off of me too, man. Sometimes y'all come to me with your low ass standards. Like how you get to come up on me with these standards?
Hey, fellas, this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. Where you just give them a little bit, they go a mile with it. Included with this poll. See,
this man ain't
knowing good and damn well. There's more women in the chat than men. Boy, I tell you.
So why did you put the poll there?
I didn't put it there. He did. SBK the host
Don't
did.
blame us then. You need to blame a man for that. There you go with a man again. We're giving you the answers.
What the hell?
Come on, the man did it. So I won tonight again.
We got another poll.
The ego is the ego is an all-time high.
Is that an all-time high for real? Is that an all-time high for real? But check this out. We got another poll. All right. Do men fear commitment or fear choosing the wrong woman? Do men fear commitment?
Choosing the wrong woman.
The wrong woman. All right. Who is that spoke? That was you, Queen?
Yeah, they fear choosing the wrong woman.
I want you to explain why you say that.
Because you spend a lifetime choosing women and observing them and seeing if they're the right person, looking at their character, or you just having fun. But when you finally choose that one woman, you betting it all. And you hoping that this worked out based on her representative and what she showed you, you know. But when you marry that woman and it don't turn out and it don't pan out right, you know what I'm saying? That's a horrible feeling. And you want it to be right. You want the marriage to be good. But I think men are fearful of choosing the wrong mate.
Queen.
Is she really showing me who she really is? Is she really like this for real? You betting it all.
Queen. Am I next or do I got to wait?
Go ahead. You
listen, Queen. Now listen. Now come on. Now me and you was okay all night. How you gonna change this up on all of us on the panel? Now he's saying, I gave you the floor, girl. Listen, how you gonna come and change it up?
The floor was little. I feel like I need to say something else. I feel like I need to say more.
Listen, let me tell you how you mixed me up. You probably didn't mix nobody else, but let me tell you how you mixed me up. He said, what do men fear? I expected you to say commitment. You the same one just said you came to the table with bop, 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 and bop, 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 and the man feared commitment. So how you gonna go with commitment?
To be honest, commitment and choosing the wrong mate is interchangeable. You really realistically.
But you got a commitment before you get to choosing. The commitment is because the way men are, a lot of men don't even like to be married, don't want to be married, the whole damn 9 yards. So the commitment come first, especially from a man. With a woman, the choosing come first.
Well, marriage is commitment. Marriage is you committed to this person.
About that.
We're absolutely talking about that. That's exactly what you said. Fear of commitment or fear of choosing the wrong mate.
Urban.
Hey, look. I'm flabbergasted. I am so flabbergasted that the question was geared towards men, but women are answering on our behalf. Like I know where we fear. Y'all wild as hell.
All night.
Y'all wild as hell.
Not a man all night. All night you've been asking.
This question is geared towards a man asking, do a man fear relationship? How y'all gonna want to answer the question on behalf of men?
I'm
You answer
responding
it,
to
Urban.
Queen. I'm responding to Queen, not the
Ooh, we boy, yeah, boy, I tell you, y'all.
I'm coming to Queen.
You answer it, Urban. You answer it.
Only thing I'm
Right.
saying about Queen is she said commitment earlier. So I didn't understand how she changed it from commitment and went to some other
Because
way.
I said commitment because that was indigenous to that situation. We're talking about a whole new situation, a whole new scenario now.
But that's what he's referring to, though.
He's talking about something different. We were talking about standards. Now we're talking about choosing a lifelong mate or commitment.
As SBK, put the question back out there again.
Okay, the question is.
You-
right? The question was.
I'm telling you, Queen, think about it again.
The
Oh,
question
Lord.
was: do men fear commitment or fear choosing the wrong person?
Right there.
And the answers are commitment, the wrong person, both, or neither.
What do they fear?
Choosing the wrong person.
You steady on that one. You just said commitment earlier. You said the man feared committing to you. He didn't want
Oh my
that.
God, honey, I was talking about that situation. I ain't talking about what he's talking about now.
It's just
We're talking
ETV.
about men. We're talking about
What's
men.
that? What's that?
You chime in and then
I'm finna chime in and say, ladies, can we let the men answer first?
Go ahead.
What
Urban.
y'all got to say?
I'm like, damn. They ego was like, shit. We know this one.
I didn't know.
Pick me, teacher.
I went to the Queen. I wasn't answering the question. I went to Queen because what she said earlier.
Go ahead, Urban.
All right. So the answer to the question is we fear neither. The reason why is because that's the problem we have because we keep choosing wrong. We don't fear nothing at all.
So it's not
because if we had a level of fear, then we'd be literally choosing better. As what Joe would say, choose better.
So
but we don't because we don't have no fear. But we don't be thinking of in most cases we don't be thinking about what's going to be the end result behind it. We be thinking about the moment. To be quite honest with you,
So
we
it's
think
not,
about the moment.
So how do you use the word fear? Because if you keep choosing, then it can't be fear anymore. When you do it the first time or the second time, fear is there. But when you do it over and over, that's not fear. So how could you say fear is your answer, but you keep doing it?
I said neither.
Specific.
I said neither.
You said they don't fear fear, but how do they don't fear fear? So that means then the answer that you would have used.
I said that men do not fear. Period.
Right.
That's what gets us in trouble.
What was the two options though?
Neither is the option. You not see the post?
SBK asked the question again. SBK.
Oh Lord, too quick. Queen been drinking that Kool-Aid.
That's real Kool-Aid though.
Do men fear commitment?
Fear.
Or fear choosing the wrong person?
Fear. The word is fear. That's what I'm honing on, the word fear. How could you say that if you don't fear anything because you keep doing it over and over? I know what I'm talking about. Kool-Aid ain't gonna play this role. It's you said you don't fear it. You don't fear
let him land his plane right quick.
Well, once again, it is neither because men do not fear anything.
Neither is an option.
Yeah, neither is an option. And the poll. Because we don't fear it. Because if we were afraid, there will be, as what Joe say, be choosing better.
I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
Go ahead, explain it.
Because you said
I'm listening.
The word fear, that's either or. So if you take the fear off the table, you don't have either or.
What?
You don't have one answer.
But that's part of the poll. What are you talking about? Neither is an option.
Never mind. You ain't gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. But that's an option. But what's the question?
Oh my God.
That is an option. But no, I'm not being funny. It's an option. It's an option. But what's the question? It's funny, but go back.
Look, the question, I got the question right here. It said, do men fear commitment or fear choosing the wrong woman? Option number 1 is commitment. Option number 2, the wrong woman. Option number 3, both. The final option is neither. That's what I said, neither. And I gave you the reason why.
The word fear take it
But
off.
where's the disconnect?
The word fear takes it off the table. Go ahead and let somebody else answer. Not
Go
jumping.
ahead, go ahead. Jump in, who jump in. Lionel, you've been quiet. What's up with
It's gonna be the same answer. Neither.
Okay.
And why do you choose the same answer as Urban?
Because I'm not thinking about that crap.
Okay. Go ahead. Somebody can chime in.
Next.
I chose both again because I think it's 50-50. But if I had to just give a straight answer, I think it's fear of choosing the wrong partner. And I think both men and women are like that.
Okay. So right now, we're gonna end the poll. Sis?
I say commitment if I did.
Okay, so why you choose commitment, man?
Because I feel like more men, they are fearful of commitment over anything. I feel like they are more so fearful of committing. Because as long as you don't have to commit, you can still roam the plane how you want to. You can still do things you want to do. You can still hang out with the boys. You can still have a bachelor's pad. So I think it's the commitment, is not the choosing, because men choose women every day. They choose different women. That's why men are more inclined to have more women than women would have more men. So they already choose. So choosing not even on the table. And if they don't fear anything else, then the only thing I could see they fail to commit from is commitment. I see commitment because you already chose. When they approach you in the store, when they message you, whatever the case may be, they already chose you right then and there. So everything else follow after that. But you said those were the two questions. And how did y'all get together if you didn't already choose me? Even if y'all were together 3 months, you already chose me. So they fear to go to the next place, which is the commitment. But go ahead. Oh, ain't no much Kool-Aid.
When you say commitment, do you mean marriage or just being committed to one person in general? Is that I'm asking SBK that?
Yeah.
When you're committed to one person in general, it doesn't have to be
Like,
married.
okay, yeah, okay. I
When
just
you're
want
faithful to one person, yeah. When you're faithful to one person.
Okay, yeah. My answer remains the same. Yeah.
So you still stick with the same answer? Go ahead.
Men commit to women all day, every day. It ain't got to be nothing special. They can do that. They
Right.
Picking the right.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? If it's the right one.
Right.
5 or 10 different women, but is it the right one?
Right.
I mean, to be honest, in this particular conversation, the reason why I say we don't fear that is because we even be choosing the wrong woman. Let's keep it real. We even choose the wrong woman. So we're not afraid of it. It's just the after resource, the after fact, when we end up going through whatever situation we go through with that woman, that's when we be like, we questioning, going back questioning our motives behind it.
Right.
To be honest.
So we ended the poll. I went in and ended the poll. And I'm going to answer the question again. So do men fear commitment or fear choosing the wrong person? And 50% said men fear commitment. 21% says the wrong. 21% says both.
I'll be damn.
7% said neither.
I ain't coming back no more. I ain't coming to your damn house no more when I'm here.
That tell you most of the people voting are women.
It's a man that put the question out there. And in Just TV said, let the men answer. Didn't you? It's Just TV. And the man put it out there and the men answered on the stage. And what else y'all want?
Actually, technically speaking, Joe put the question out there, which is a woman. He's only been a moderator. He's been a moderator who's presenting it. If we want to be technical about it.
The host presented that question because we're on the stage, not in the chat. Y'all asking us. So we going off of what you are asking us, not the chat. No, guys, stop it.
Again, again, Queen. I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Queen D. I think that you sometimes evade questions and you generalize it.
Give me one. Give me
I
one.
just did. Just now. You know what I mean?
Question is so many different questions. Which question are you referring to?
I'm referring to this question here right now, because it's like if someone was to ask me a question like this, right? I'm going to answer according to personal experience, what I see with different people, what I know,
right?
And I'm going to judge accordingly. You know what I mean?
And I said commitment, and I gave you my answer as to why I said commitment.
But I'm not going to. I'm not. When someone asks me a question, I'm not going to say, "Well, it depends." You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go with data.
I gave you commitment
of me living. Hold on, let me land my plane. I'm gonna go with data with how I've lived on this earth for a certain amount of years. I'm gonna judge by what I see.
Right.
And I'm going to make my fair assessment, and I'm going to stick to that. I'm not going to have there's no gray area with me. I'm going to go say, this is why I choose my answer. You see what I'm saying? This is why I'm going to choose my answer, because of personal experience and because of what I see. So
what part of my answer didn't you accept when I said my answer was commitment? I the one got that 51% out there on them votes. I said commitment.
And then again, like Lionel said, I think it was,
you got on gray. You got a gray hat on and a gray sweater. Now come on now. You got you saying nothing on you.
Yeah.
You just trying to get some more answers out of me. I gave you my answer as commitment, and I told you why. Stop trying to pick me. If you want to ask me something else, come on, ask me that gray cap.
I'm gonna ask y'all all something else. And I'm gonna go to let me Go ahead.
Real quick, SBK. See, I know what it is. People are afraid to have other people want to challenge their perspective. You know what I mean? Which I get it. I understand it. That's why, whenever you have a conversations like this, or even friendly debates, they normally go to the neutral stance versus either it be you agree or you disagree. Now, throughout this whole conversation, I said what I said, and I stood my stance on it, regardless if you agree with me or not. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And I believe that's what SBK is trying to land on, saying that, hey, in this particular conversation that we happening, you don't necessarily have to be always neutral about it. Stick your stance and stay with it. You know what I mean?
I'm neutral.
Which the last, the last talking point we did, you did stuck your stance on that one, but previously before that, you neutral as hell. Like, because and all this stuff.
The one that was previous before that, if we want to be clear, I made it very clear. I said women have lower standards than men. I answered that question and I said why. So I did. That's number 2. Play it back, and then when you play this video back and you see something I have answered, then do a reaction on me, and I'll react back to you.
You want me to do a reaction on you?
You said there was a question that you asked me that I didn't answer. And I'm telling you, I answered all your questions. It just wasn't what you wanted to hear, but I answered your questions. And I
No. Well, whatever. Whatever response you did, it was fine to me. All I do is challenge what you say, and that's it. Now, don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong that I'm sitting up here saying that you're absolutely incorrect. Okay, all I'm doing is challenging the response. That's it.
I didn't think that, because you said that I was very general with my answers, and I want to know which one, so I can make sure. You say I wasn't specific, but I don't know what you mean by specific. If you say A or B, and I give you A. If you say B or C, and I give you D, but I don't know where I was general at, where it wasn't befitting, or is it that I didn't answer how you men wanted me to?
Not at all.
Because both of y'all just gave an answer that was wrong. He said the last one I didn't answer it, and that was wrong. And then you say you didn't have on gray, and you got on the gray cap and the gray vest. I'm looking at you.
What does this outfit have to do with anything, y'all?
Let me eat my Oreos. Let me eat my Oreo cookies.
Why you eat your Oreos? Why you eat your Oreos? I'm gonna go to a commercial break, okay?
Yeah, we need.
Shout out to the great T Cat. Sis, what you eating on? I see you. It sound good.
I'm chewing on gum.
So that's me. That's me. I'm eating popcorn.
Okay,
I'm eating popcorn. Smack it like ain't nothing.
I'm like, what the hell? I heard some. And then I see E chomping or whatever. I'll relax. I'm like, shit, this Negro is chomping up on some shrimp or something or some.
Now you know better. I'm the same person that can eat while we doing a live. And y'all
You right. You right. I'll choose which fingers.
Hey, to be fair, it was your commercial break fault because the commercial break muted me. When I can't unmute it, I thought I was still muted.
I know. All right, look, y'all go. This is the last poll, and this is the last discussion. Great discussion, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last poll. If you go check the poll and go and vote, vote.
I'm ready to answer this one too.
Yeah, and I have a specific question for you and Lionel, and you ladies can. We've talked about this before on our panels, whatever, but I want you to answer first, Urban and Lionel. But the panel, the questionnaire in the chat goes. It says, "Can a relationship survive without sex for a long period?" And the answers are yes, no, only with communication, and the last one is. It depends on the reason. Can a relationship survive without sex for a long period? Yes, no, only with communication. And the last answer is it depends on the reason. With that being said, I have a question. Speaking on that.
Wait a minute.
Who places more value?
Hold on. Did you reading something totally different than what the poll says?
What's the poll say?
You said, can a relationship survive without sex for a long period of time? Yes, no. Some are. Dating is tough all around.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's what I see. Does anybody else see something different
from before?
Yeah, that's what I see.
Yeah, I was like, what are you reading?
Man, blame that on the producer. Because he sent me. Blame on the producer. You're fine.
Women, boy, I tell you.
Blame that on the producer, boy. I can't.
What is he? What?
I can't. I don't know what Joe sent me, but what are the answers are?
The answers were, hold on. They
Yes.
were yes, no. Some
Nope.
are. Dating is tough all around.
What the hell, Joe? You just sent me because I can't see it on my side. So just answer. Just answer questions. With that being said,
So what did you say on yours?
What were my answers?
Yeah, what were the answers for yours? The last two, because it's yes,
The
no.
last two
Got
answers,
it. What were the last two?
I don't know, man. Only with communication depends on the reason.
Okay.
But you answer in the chat. You guys can answer in the chat. So, but anyways, with that being said, who places more emphasis on sex in a relationship? Is it the man or the woman? So, go.
Well, wait a minute. There's two questions, or this one whole question?
This is one whole question. This is
one whole question.
This is a side question. But you guys can go ahead and answer. But go ahead, Urban. Or did you ready?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Can relationships survive without sex for a long period? Yep, absolutely it can.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So
See, women, ladies, y'all got to understand this. According to men, even though we enjoy sex, to us, sex is overrated. All right, we can either go without having sex, for a long period of time, or we can have sex. It's not that big of a deal like how y'all make it out to be. So yes, absolutely, we can want to go a long period of time without having sex. Absolutely.
Wait a minute. Bruh.
Mr. Lounge, you just lied bad.
Go ahead, y'all.
Tell the truth. We can. And it's over. It just like I say, even though sex, we enjoy it.
Thank you, Jimbo.
But at the same time, it's overrated because women tend to make sex more than what it is. To be honest with you.
Huh? It depends. My answer
for
is
yourself.
the question that SBK added that wasn't even in the poll was it depends on the situation. It depends on the situation because it could be health reasons, it could be long distance situations, things like that where you on pause, then you on pause. But if it's just y'all in the same household and it's some complications going on and ain't no sex happening, that's a problem. What's the problem? Because I'm gonna need mine. I'm sure you need yours. And why is it overrated? I feel like that's in the top 5. If it's sex problem, then
I never
that's a problem.
I never heard a man breaking up with a woman because of sex in a relationship.
But you heard
now if he does now if it's a friends with benefit type thing or whatever, then yeah, because he got options to go and get more of it. But in the relationship, I never heard a man break up with a woman because of sex. Women do that to men, but not men to women.
He wouldn't probably break up.
No, but what women that do that?
For some sex, if he not getting it at home or whatever the case may be, no, he probably won't break up. But he be double dipping. Stop playing.
Yep. He gonna go get the sex that he need, and he gonna stay with old girl because she probably paying the bills and he living in the house with her.
But we still in the context of the conversation, we're talking about in a relationship, correct? So like I say, I never heard of a man break up with a woman because of the lack of sex. Now he'll explore his options, absolutely. He'll step out and cheat, absolutely. But at the end of the day, he's not breaking up that relationship. Now women would do that for sure because it's a big deal to them.
I feel like you be saying stuff to bring controversy, Urban. That don't make sense.
What the hell?
Hold on. Where's the? So I need data for that one.
I don't got any data for this.
You
This is just my personal perspective. All right.
Mr. Loud, you got data to back up everything else.
Hey. You using Urban's tactic on him.
Yes, I learn. I adapt. I need data, bro. I need data.
Hey, they simply said that's bullshit.
Yo, bro.
Hey, what's up, bro?
But that's the thing, though. You do have data. Remember, I sent you the video with the lawyer. And what did she say?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Exactly. Tell them what the divorce attorney was saying.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
And it was on your channel. That was the first video he posted.
Oh, hold up. I can't even present it to y'all real quick. Hold up. Let me see if I found it. Oh, y'all continue to talk about I found it.
I ain't gonna let them catch you like that.
Okay, you challenging that and you saying that Urban needs data. So why are you challenging Mr. Lounge? Shout out Bonds. Why are you challenging Mr. Lounge on that?
Because I do agree with. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I agree with DR, and I believe Queen. There can be circumstances. There can be, if there's an illness, if there's you are refraining for a certain length of time that both of you guys are in agreement, something like that. But I have not, even in marriage, even as a dater, I have not seen a man not want sex or be cool with not having sex. So that's why I'm like, I need to see some data.
The man if he don't, he's not tapped into the relationship. He don't want you.
He don't. He's
Y'all living in a bubble.
Hear that? That's
what?
Listen, my husband is thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands away. You know what I'm saying? And he like, listen, I need you around me. He's like, I need you here. I'm getting ready to get on the plane. You understand what I'm saying? And in between time, we doing whatever we got to do to satisfy the situation. You understand what I'm saying? Because sex is needed in all forms. That's another way of expression that I'm into you. It's a physicality that needs to be satisfied.
Yeah.
And if you rejecting all of that chemistry and all of that physicality, and you saying no, it's cool, I don't really need it. No, something is wrong with you.
Yeah, if he
Right.
not trying
Now
to
there
do
may
that,
be some outliers out here somewhere. You know, there's always outliers.
I ain't speaking in outliers.
if they ain't trying to hit it a few times a week, it's a problem. You suspect.
It's a
bruh.
problem.
You ain't into me. If you ain't,
Or
if
at
you
least
trying to
rub
have
on the booty or something.
fine,
Slap it, something.
Wait a minute. How it went from
Look.
that to this dude being either on the DL or the straight
he
gay?
is,
Because they're
Oh, I didn't say nothing
because
about no straight gay or nothing like that. I didn't
because
say
they
that.
gotta add an explanation to something that we just answered directly.
if we in a relationship and he ain't trying to
Lionel,
hit it,
you know what? I love you, dude. I do. I love you, dude. I feel like if we say up, you're gonna say down. We say left, you're gonna say right. Listen, if you're around a woman, if you're a man, if you're a full thriving man, and you're around a woman that you into, that you dating, you're gonna want to tap that.
Why are you adding connotations to it though?
Because I can, and it feels good to do so, and I'm correct. If you a man and this woman got a butt and you with her and y'all in the house laid up together, it ain't cool to not be having some type of relations. I'm sorry. Unless something else is going on, a medical thing or something like that. I'm gonna need you to stop.
And even with the medical, now I'm gonna say this, and I've said it before. My dad had prostate cancer, and the doctor even told him it is imperative. It is imperative for a man to release.
Hello.
That's how you get backed up. That's how a lot of them get prostate cancer. They need to release. It is natural. It is
But
natural.
what the hell? That's
SBK, what was the question again?
That's proven. That's proven. I ain't gonna
No,
say
it's
I'm
not proving your point.
Can relationships last without
Right.
having sex for a long period of time?
Right.
Yes, no, only with communication. It depends on the reason. Those are all valid, and I say it depends on the reason and the circumstance. So again, long distance relationships, health reasons, stress, mental health issues, different things like that. All of those are understandable. But if you're in a active relationship and you into her and she into you, it should be no reason why weeks and weeks are going by without some type of communication and y'all not tapping in with each other. Sex is healing. Sex is you gotta
Sex
have
is
some
delicious. It's
going
good.
on. Yeah. Anything else is uncivilized. Like, what is y'all doing?
You want
And I
somebody
know
to
where
start
Urban
busting
going.
your
He's
salt?
saying, "Can it survive? Can it survive?" So go ahead. Did you bring up your? Do you have your?
I'm still
lawyer?
I'm still trying to find it. Give me one moment.
Okay, so Queen, while he's trying to find it, I want you to. So you're saying that Urban is basically trolling? Is that what you're saying? Hey,
I don't know what Urban is doing, but I know what Queen is doing. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm getting ready to do my man. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nothing there gonna be around me, and you say you into me or we in a relationship. Can it survive for me? For me, my personal opinion, I'm not being in no relationship and we not having sex. Because that's a criteria to me. Now, if you medical and you sick or something like that, I understand. I give you grace. But hey, your fingers work. You know what I'm saying? Your toes work. Something on you gonna have to work. You know what I'm saying?
She said, "Something got to poke it. Something got
You
to poke it."
Medical.
God damn.
I ain't playing. I'm being real.
She said your toes work.
She said
Some got to
elbow
work. Kiss on me, rub on me, something. Watch me, something.
Bonds, you over there being quiet. What you got on it? Don't be quiet now. We know you got something to add on that. What you got on that?
I don't think so.
Huh?
You don't think the relationship will last if there's no sex involved? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Is Bond speaking? I can't hear her. She's too low.
She said she doesn't.
Oh,
think
said
y'all
she
can't
doesn't
hear
think
me?
so.
I can hear you now.
You were a little
Oh,
low.
okay. Yeah, I don't think so, and I think Mr. Lounge over there lying, but that's all
He
I
lying. He lying.
got. Why he looking for his receipt? But
Why
I
he
will
looking for
say,
his data?
what I will say is, when I started dating my husband, he was knee deep in the church, and when we was doing it, I was like, we ain't supposed to be doing this. So, you know,
in the process,
I,
hey, Bonds, in the process of you doing it, we ain't supposed to be doing this.
I would tell him all the time, we not supposed to be doing this.
Exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been a minister since I've been 18. And when I've been in those situations, you feel convicted. But it be feeling
That's
good
right,
though.
Queen. When that baby popped look, when that baby popped up, I said, see, that's why we weren't supposed to be here doing that.
But you knew he wanted you though.
Facts.
So years ago, I lived in Provo. It's a city in Utah, and I've met quite a few gentlemen who do not have sex unless it's to make a child. And a lot of these couples were together for 30 years minimum.
Okay, you said Utah. That answers all the questions right there. So we
No. I'm literally giving a receipt. There are scenarios where it's not nothing medical. It's a matter of principle. I'm not going to have sex unless you have we're having a child.
In that relationship, it's not surviving. It's not a relationship. It's just a situation.
That's how y'all are wording it, but to them, it's a relationship.
Are Mormons. Okay.
Correct.
So
You talking about
that
Mormons?
Is a very religious Mormon.
It's a relationship.
Nah, bro. That's
See, look at y'all trying to read. I'm giving a receipt until Urban gets his own. I'm literally showing y'all examples.
That's not the definition of a relationship. That's a
But
call.
see, y'all just don't want to accept the answer because I've given a legitimate one. I'm literally telling you
You
that I have the experience.
So they say they
have to
have sex if a child is finna be.
I mean, that is traditional. I mean, it is biblical, right? It's just not modern
it's not
day.
Is it?
It's not biblical.
Wait, that's biblical?
Listen, yeah, you're supposed to be fruitful and multiply, but the Bible says
you were supposed to have sex to procreate, right?
Right.
They're
But
going
in the Bible,
by that.
of the husband and the woman coming together, you know what I'm saying, in a sensual way for recreation, not just for procreation. The Bible also addresses that heat. It says it's better to marry than to burn. And that burning is referring to that passion.
Correct. But I'm talking about from a Mormon perspective. They ain't looking at New Testament. I don't even think they have New Testament in the Mormon faith.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
I got you. They used to Candid and all of that stuff.
I'm gonna do some research on that because that's quite interesting. That's
Look, once again, hey, once again, ladies, y'all simply prove my point about this particular topic. Y'all the one who make a big deal about sex, and the only reason why we're like that is because of y'all.
So
it's because of y'all.
Go a whole month without.
They just did prove your point.
So if there's no,
I don't care if I prove the point. My thing is, if you ain't coming in, you getting out.
Urban, you can go a whole month. You married, you can go a whole month. If there's no medical issue, there's no mental issue, there's no heavy stress going on without having sex with your wife.
And you talking about me? Can I go a whole month without having sex with my wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I choose to do it, absolutely I can. I go longer than that.
What would be your reason to choose?
My man.
What would be your
because
reason?
I don't want to have sex with her. That'd be my reason.
The question you just saying all right. We got you.
But it's other men that think like that too. It's not only me.
I think it's very few.
But look, once again, the only reason why men are thinking that way is because of the social norm. It's because women have put a high pedestal of having sex. Now, I design having sex is just simply to procreate, which in other words, to get our rocks off. That's it, to get that sperm count down. That's the only reason why we do it. That's the reason why we really don't be having too much pleasure in why we do it, other than we nut. But however, the woman, her body part.
Oh my
Her,
God.
Now you ain't got
her
no
body part
pleasure.
is good for pleasure, not us.
Nasty men who
Okay,
introduce the porn
wait, hold
industry.
on. Before the
My bad.
ladies talk, before we ain't trying to hear Lionel because Lionel finna co-sign SBK.
Period.
You ain't got no, you won't get no pleasure. Be real. Let's be real out here.
What?
You ain't hitting it for
SBK,
pleasure. You on mute.
You on mute.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm getting it for pleasure. For me.
Exactly. So
I was about to say you can look at SBK and see that he get it for pleasure.
Wait, I have a question. Wait,
over.
Mr. Lounge. I got a question.
We even looking at Jimbo. Jimbo said, "Ain't no way."
Ain't no way.
We got.
He was talking about
some
what I said
gorilla
earlier,
in
though.
In the comments, no, they not. They
are talking about what I was saying earlier. They're not talking about currently what I'm talking about now because they'll put it down there.
And Jimbo and Simone Gorilla, please put y'all comments in the chat.
Wait, y'all. I got
Please,
a question.
First.
Mr. Lounge, in your younger years, okay, memory by, peers, experience, who was putting the pressure to have sex?
Women.
The women.
Father
Hell
God.
yeah, the women.
Oh, okay. I'm done, y'all. I'm done.
Get the hell out of here.
Absolutely the women.
We got to stop this madness right now.
No,
Let's
y'all
end.
grow
Let's
up in
end
the
this.
same
Let's end this
community.
whole live. This is some bullshit right here.
And look, here's the number one reason right here. Now we're gonna take it all the way back to when we was up in elementary school, high school, and different things like that. We didn't care about too much trying to have sex with women. We was too busy trying to play sports and doing all other kind of stuff as well too. But women, the one who made sex a high pedestal. You want to know how y'all did it? It's because y'all presented yourself like that. Y'all the one who was sitting up here dressing like some hot girls, being all hot, showing your body off and different things like
In
that, so it can
elementary
activate
school, bruh.
our
Really?
hormones
With
and our
pigtails. With
testosterone.
pigtails. We showing ourselves with pigtails. But y'all study trying to run up on us while we at the water fountain trying to rub on our booties and shit.
Yeah.
That's because y'all sit up here dressing in no hot hoopy shorts. That's why.
Let me get a hug from behind.
And a t-shirt and some jeans. And the nigga, it's my fault. It's my fault. Oh, boy. Get up out of here.
Urban is doing this on purpose, y'all.
Yeah, he is.
What were you saying, Bond? What were you saying?
Look, my experience was different. That's all I'm gonna say. What?
Yeah, y'all running around her dressed in little cheerleader uniforms and stuff. Talking about go team. Instead of showing your little coochie print, knowing good well us young men is developing and stuff. It's y'all.
Okay, wait.
Y'all wake up with the breeze and it be like this.
Exactly.
Now, bro.
But wait.
That because that's part of our biological nature.
Be honest, nah, bro.
I don't bring.
Nature.
Fuck out of here.
Look at it and be like, nigga, sit down. What you tell it? Not this week, not next week. What you tell your thing when they wake up in the morning?
Oh, I didn't hear you, DR. What you say?
Yeah, so he was like, okay, you wake up on hard or whatever.
On 10.
So what you tell it? Calm down, sit down next week, not this month. Like what you
No, I don't have to. No, I don't have to worry about that. If I'm not having sex for a long period of time, you know what's going to happen? It's going to automatically ejaculate anyway. That's why we have wet dreams. What the hell are you talking about?
Wait a goddamn minute. It's just
that's why we have wet dreams. You do not know that men have wet dreams if they don't have sex for a long time?
Either way you coming, y'all really don't need us.
What are you talking about? And then on top of that, if we go on that long, all we got to do is jack off and be done with it. So what are you talking about?
Why would you jack off when you got a woman right next to you, butt ass naked?
No, she talking about in context. We're not talking about me being married now.
Okay, I was about to say, goddamn.
You rather ejaculate or do all that by yourself than have sex with your wife?
We're not talking about my wife now. Why y'all trying to center it back on my wife?
The question was if you wake up on a hard and you was like, I just tell it, chill out, instead of rolling over and be like, let me get that. you can go a whole month without having sex because you just, what's the reason? What the hell is the reason?
You know what?
Ain't no reason. That's
You
exactly why.
you know what?
Right now,
You know
I'm
what?
catching a case. You understand?
Hey,
I'm gonna be essaying
hey,
every day. You understand that?
hey,
It's gonna be some
hey,
essaying going around. You understand that?
you know what? Since y'all want going there, right? Women do this to men all the time. Where if that dude don't want to have sex with that woman, guess what you're gonna do? You're not gonna have sex with your dude. Period. You're not gonna have sex with him. You could go for a whole month without having sex with that dude, all because you mad at that dude. So stop it.
Speak up.
We already know it. We have
Stop
man.
it. Y'all do it all the time. So why is this a shot? When the man said, well, y'all do it to us all the time anyway. So what are you talking about?
We
You can be mad as hell. Y'all sit up here talking about, oh, I'm on my period. Lying like ain't nothing. I'm on my period. Lying like ain't nothing. No, you just don't want to do it.
I can't lie.
Cut the bull crap
He
out.
knows. So what are you talking about? I'm so confused, y'all. Like,
the hell? I am in the
But
twilight
man,
zone
look, they see this is accountability moment. They don't want to be true. So so tell me this, y'all. So y'all never told your dude no. You never told your dude that you don't want to have sex with him.
no, that's not
because you mad at him.
No, that's question, Mr. Lounge. That's not the
Liar. Y'all know y'all done did that to y'all dudes. Sit up here lying like ain't nothing. I ain't having sex with you because I'm mad at you. I ain't having sex with you because I'm putting you out on the couch. You're in the doghouse right now. You're in the doghouse. Stop lying. And so when the dude say there's something wrong with it, double standards. When the dude say there's something wrong with that, it's weird. But when a woman do it, it's
Are we
okay.
generalizing? Or are we talking individual? Or are you just generalizing?
Y'all generalizing when y'all made it about my wife, so I got to personalize it now. So stop
I
it.
got you.
You know what? I'm okay.
I generalized it earlier, but y'all personalize it.
Well, let's personalize. Let's personalize. Let's go personal. Let's personal for personal. We both married. I ain't never put my husband on the couch. I ain't never not said no to my husband. Never. Let's personalize it. So we gonna personalize it. Let's. I get close down on my shit.
Okay, now listen. We got three. Wait. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 married people on the panel, and that's a good question. So, since you just said you ain't never put your husband on the couch.
Never told him no.
Okay, so I have a question. 1, 2, 3, 4 people that are married on the panel. So you're never going to say no, regardless of being in a argument or anything. I've never been married. I just want to know. You're never going, even though you might be mad at him, you still want some of that dinger.
The Bible tells us that we cannot tell our husband no.
What you say?
That's bullshit.
Well, I don't. SBK, I don't know what Bible they're reading. SBK, I don't know what Bible they're reading, but I've said no. He'd have been on the couch. I gave him some on the couch. He went back to the bedroom. I'm gonna be honest, okay? Look, let me tell you something. It does say that we're not supposed to somebody say the word. We're not supposed to deprive one another. But as far as never saying no, I disagree. I don't. That's y'all's beliefs. I understand. I respect it.
Even if we
but
say
I
no.
believe I have the right to say no.
Because women control the aspects of sex. Stop it.
Right.
No,
we were never saying that you didn't have the right to say no. That wasn't the question he asked either. We ain't never saying that you ain't got the right to say no. I said I ain't never turned it down. I ain't never been mad enough to turn it down.
Okay, yeah, right.
Never.
I just use the Bible to prove a point. I just use the Bible to prove a point, but on the low, I'm a freak. I'm never telling down no sex. I don't care if I am mad at you. We gonna still get down.
Right, and
I still cook for my husband, and I still give sex. So no.
Okay,
I don't know where you getting it
I'm
from.
calling bullshit on all of them. That's what.
Let
That dude do something to y'all that's gonna piss y'all off that one time. You're not gonna give that dude no sex. Stop it. Let alone you ain't gonna even cook for that dude because you're gonna be so mad at her. You're gonna tell this dude to order DoorDash.
19
Stop it.
years. I've been with my husband for 19 years. How is it that when I say what I say, you gotta it's bullshit? You know what I'm saying? This is the second time.
That's bullshit.
It ain't
It's bullshit,
bro.
I'm gonna say this.
You gotta go with your individual. I'm telling you, my individual. That's
Right.
your individual. This is my individual. You feel me?
I believe. Wait. I believe E and Queen because I know women like that in my real life, and I also know women that's just like me. So I believe it. I'm not. I believe it because I know it to be true. Some women are different, and some aren't. I don't know why I'm like this, but this is why I'm like this. I feel like Mr. Lounge over there lying about going months or a month and all of that too. So I just want to say that.
My husband did a show for me on my channel, and he talked about sex explicitly. It was his first show. Y'all go check it out and see what he said. That's why we linked up together because nobody's being deprived of nothing up in here.
I believe Urban. I believe that he can't go 30 days without having sex with his wife. So, and that's fine.
You do?
We just trying.
I don't believe it.
That's you know, if you rather ejaculate or play with yourself than having sex with your wife, I don't know.
What the hell? Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's what you said.
What the hell? Look. Y'all had asked a general question about that. Now, is that my actual experience? Would I do something like that? No, I wouldn't. But for the sake of this argument, I'm saying that yeah, I can. What is wrong with that? Why is this such a oh my god? Blah, 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 blah. It's bullshit. Blah 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 blah. Y'all were wild.
I will say this, ladies. Whoever was talking, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, it's just if there's no real.
You're low, baby girl. You're low. You're
I
low.
said
You
if
can't hear
there's no real reason of why you not having sex within, it's going on 30 days. You not having sex with your wife. Why?
Because I don't want to.
Why
is that so hard to get? Women do the same exact thing to men. So why is that hard for a woman to accept that?
I gotta be honest.
Look,
and I'm not,
no means no, right? No means no. No means no. My body, my choice, damn it. My body, my choice.
I have to say this.
Shit.
It has been said that if a man it has been said that if a man is withholding sex, and Mr. Lounge, I am not saying this about you, but I just want you to think about it. Okay. It has been said that if a man is withholding sex, it's because he's sleeping with somebody else or he's emotionally abusing his wife and withholding affection. So I just want you to think about that.
Y'all messing with my mental health now. I already told y'all no means no. Are you going to force yourself on me now? Now you're trying to break me?
I
just want you to think.
No means no.
That's right. Not in my book. No.
What the hell?
Can the relationship last? And I'm speaking from a fact of what Urban is saying. If he's saying no is no, and he can go 30 days, and I'm like, I need some tonight, bruh. And talking about no, and it's going on 30 days. That's a problem. You playing with our marriage. You playing with our emotional connection. You're playing with all of those things. So don't, if she step out on you because you not provide, that's something you're supposed to provide. You're supposed to provide.
I could say the same as that damn thing with the woman too. If I want to have sex with her and she telling me no, then I have every right to step out based on your logic. Right? If that's how the way we're gonna take it, right?
But I
correct.
Saying no, so I don't know what you talking about.
No, come back here. Come back. Don't run. Like I say, my body, my choice, damn it. If I want to wait 30 days, that's my body, my choice. Then you just got to deal with it.
Right.
Okay.
Bless your heart.
SBK. Now the women understand what we go through as men with them.
Y'all ain't going
Because that's exactly what they tell us all the time. My body, my choice.
Okay, I want
Choose
to
better.
choose better.
Choose better.
Okay, now look, this is the poll, guys. I ended it. The question was, can a relationship survive without sex for a long period? 73% said it depends on the reason. 20% says no, 6% says yes, and 0% says only with communication. 0%. So 73% of y'all that voted says it depends on the reason. And Queen
That's
said,
interesting.
I ain't denying ish.
My reason, since they tell my reason, right? My reason is that because I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like doing it for 30 days. That's my damn reason.
That ain't even a reason. You playing. That's not a reason.
That's part of what?
No,
That's
he's
part of the
trolling.
poll.
He's trolling. He's
That's part of the troll. I mean, that's part of the
trolling.
poll. What are you talking about?
Why you gotta be trolling?
Stop.
What's wrong with your stuff?
And some say Urban Beer Girly. Hell yeah, because women do that to us all the time. My body, my choice.
You playing.
Shit.
You'll do something just because you say women do it. When that don't have nothing to do with your relationship. So your wife look like, so you holding out on me for 30 days just to prove a point?
Do women not hold out on us for 30 days to prove a point?
No.
I don't.
Yes.
No.
Not to prove a point, no.
Yeah, they do.
We're gonna be looking at you side eye, even though
Lionel, I swear.
Just like us. Just like us. We be looking at y'all side eye. What y'all talking about?
Lionel come in. If Urban say up, he be like, yeah,
you go 30 days.
Hey, y'all gonna leave Lionel alone.
Lionel's my boo. He my boo. He's my boo. That last live. He gonna always be my boo. I'm sorry again, Lionel.
You're fine. You're good. It wasn't you.
Lionel, I'm trying very hard to shield Lionel from being triggered because this young man in the last couple of days has been cussing folks out left and right.
Yes, he has.
Yes, I'm not to get triggered to see has he picked up on the cues, the social cues on how to cuss right.
Man, that dude.
Please, I can hear. Have you
I'm still
improved?
studying.
Lionel,
he needs more practice.
He does, Franz. He needs more practice. We're gonna work on that. I mean, I'm not the nigga. I'm not the nigga. You better go choose another nigga.
I feel bad. I'm like, wait a minute, you're not gonna do this to Lionel. Wait, hold up.
Queen. Lionel says, I'm not the. You're not gonna put any words in my fucking mouth.
I was like, hold up. You know, I had never heard him talk like that. I said, hold up now. Where I draw the line, you have to stop. You have to get off my Lionel now.
We love you, Lionel. We love you.
Lionel's the little bro.
This is an honest question. Can you go 30 days if you're in an active relationship without having sex? And there's no real reason.
Who you talking to? Me?
Lionel.
In a relationship?
Yes. Tell the truth.
Active
He ain't
relationship.
with Urban no more. He playing. We want to know from you who be, you like street girls.
Y'all funny.
If you in an active relationship, can you go 30 days just because you don't want to without having sex?
With my girl? Yeah, because I be getting one of the street girls.
Okay, well there you go. Cause you didn't stepped out. That's the truth. You stepped out on your chick and went with one of the street girls because what was the reason you didn't have sex with your girlfriend for 30 days?
He wasn't as hot as her.
Yeah, no, you know what?
Even if he step out on this girl, that still comes back to the point that he didn't want to have sex with her because he just didn't want to have sex with her. He wanted to have sex with somebody else. So
But
why is that hard for y'all to accept?
It's not hard for us to accept, but there's a reason why. So if you,
It's no reason. He don't want to
It
have
is.
sex with her. That's the reason.
no, there is.
It ain't it ain't because
There's no
the,
reason.
If you're
yeah,
in
see
a relationship and you're supposed to be caring about this person, y'all in a relationship, y'all care about each other, and you do not, and you're not sexually attracted to her, and you do not want to have sex with her, and it's 30 days then went by, but you step out within those 30 days and have sex with somebody else, that's an issue. That's a problem. It's not just because. There's no just because to that. Then yeah, go ahead and leave her and be like, I'm not sexually attracted to you. I don't want to have sex with you. I'd rather just be
Exactly.
Wait. Why is it a problem though? Maybe I'm just bored with her right now. I'll get back to her. I'm just fucking the other girl. I'll be right back.
You won't be right back here.
Trolling.
You won't be right back here. You won't be outside with the girl. Well,
Okay, let's
I'm just
turn
saying
this
that.
let's turn this into something else. We talking long-term relationships. Let's turn it into marriage. Use that same
Divorce
connotation.
court.
Same. What you gonna do, Lionel? What you doing? You married.
Why are you trying to torture me?
I'm proving.
God damn.
Question, sir. Answer the question.
It's the same situation though.
You gonna step
And
out on
that's
your
why
wife?
Lionel don't need to be married.
She married to me. That means this is my ship. I'm not really
Get out
stepping
of
out.
here.
Again,
Get
ultimate
off
troll.
of it.
I can't even take you seriously.
None. He mean that. That's why I say he don't need to be married.
SBK, what's your answer? SBK, what's your answer?
that they are trying so hard to get a man to agree with them. Damn.
I'm speaking for myself. So the question is, if I'm married, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. It's a question: if I'm married, can I wait 30 days? Basically, that's what I can't wait those 30 days.
I know that's right.
That's physically not impossible because I right now at the age that I'm at, look. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for these gentlemen. I can only speak for me, for SBK, aka Dre. I have unbridled sexuality.
Come on. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it when I saw you.
You know
What the hell?
Look, if I'm married to my partner, you getting it. You getting the business. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know that's right. That's my bro.
And my partner is going. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Urban, not partner. My wife.
He learning.
Wife is going to have the same mindset as me. My wife's gonna have the same mindset.
Thank you, E. Whew.
Bad job. Y'all be
What'd you say?
looking cool.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Y'all want, you want to know what's crazy about this whole scenario, right? Is that we didn't even consider about the polygamy marriages.
Exactly.
Do you know that a dude would go 30 days without having sex with that one woman, but he'll have sex with the other woman and vice versa?
Exactly.
So why does it even matter? See, the whole point. See, the whole point that is dealing with y'all ego. Y'all don't want to hear a man tell you no. That's where it boils down to. No means no.
Both parties.
Leave my damn body alone. There don't have to be no reason. I don't want to
Why don't
touch
we
you. How
talk
about
about
that?
the animal kingdom? Let's talk about the animal kingdom. All of them is having sex. Ain't nobody going 30 days in the jungle.
Them are animals. What the hell? How you comparing that?
I mean, how you gonna compare polygamy with relationship?
Wait,
How you gonna compare the apples and oranges? Polygamy is dealing with multiple people. A relationship, singular, is dealing with.
Good Lord.
Wait, but that's a relationship too.
No, no, that's polygamy. That's my
No,
polygamy.
polygamy relationship is marriage too. No, it's
But
not.
there's an understanding.
Because the
Mr.
whole
Loud.
complex is about marriage.
There's a
and
whole
relationships.
different type of understanding.
But
Whole
it's
different
still a
type of
relationship.
understanding. No.
Okay, let's go. We talking about legal marriages.
Polygamy
in
is
the
legal.
goddamn
What are you
United
talking
States.
about?
Outside of Utah, we ain't talking about Utah. Can we please stop adding extra bullshit?
Thank
This
you. Extra.
Please.
It's relationship, period. How's it adding on
I
with this
ain't playing your
relationship?
game, bro.
Got an arrangement.
You've been pushing the
They are
goalpost tonight.
schedules.
You've been pushing the
Lucy,
damn
week one,
goalpost tonight.
Betty,
Now y'all see how we feel when y'all do it to us. How about
Pushing
that?
the damn goalpost all damn
This is
night.
hilarious.
Y'all see how we
I got you,
feel.
Urban.
Y'all see how we feel when y'all do it to us. How about that?
Thank you, Joe. Polygamy
It
is
feel
not.
good when he do it to me. You understand what I'm saying? I want him to do it to me when they
So
not.
it, it don't feel good when the rabbit got the gun, huh?
Oh, so we role playing, huh?
Wait, it doesn't matter if it's not legal.
Urban, you out here holding out for no reason. You would get beat up in the house because you holding out for no reason. Like, what is you doing?
Yeah, because the same because of the same reason how y'all feel. You mad at me right now. You mad. Hey, you mad at me right now. You think I'm ugly. You're not attracted to me, so you don't want to have sex with me. The same reason with me. I'm mad at you. I think you ugly, and I just don't want to have sex with you for 30 days. How about that?
Baby, I think you ugly. Let's go bump ugly.
Let's go bump ugly. Thank you, Queen. Let's go bump the uglies. Okay. Stop your
my
playing,
God.
guy.
Extra.
Yeah, it don't feel good when the rabbit have the gun, huh? With all that goalposts y'all been doing for almost 3 or 4 months.
Oh my goodness. Stop, Urban.
Okay, choose better.
All right. Man, y'all are crazy. So we're gonna have to do this again with a mixture panel again. Because man, I feel like I haven't touched the hem of the garment, so to speak, on some of the stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have to do this. You ladies were kind of slow. It was just me and Urban and Lionel at first. Then y'all start coming up. So we're gonna have to do this again. Or I might divide it. I don't know. But I know we're gonna definitely do this again. So
No, I know what it was, bro. They was waiting on me to say something triggering so they could say, come on up here.
I think they were Urban. I think they were
I
waiting.
came up because I heard my voice. I'm like, is they reviewing reviewing the show? I'm like, let me see what they're talking about.
Yeah, we was reviewing the review.
You was talking about the cum rag.
Oh yeah, that sector of women. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you was talking about the cum rag. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
All right, now Urban, let's go with It's Just TV. Let's go with It's Just TV. Let's go with just It's TV.
What?
It's Just TV. It's Just TV. You got any final thoughts, ma'am, on
Urban be with that ish. Lionel be with that ish.
Wait a minute. We just have the
be with
conversation.
it.
Y'all relate this to our personal anecdotal experience. What the hell?
Lord, y'all be with the ish tonight. Y'all was with the ish tonight. That's all I'm gonna say. I appreciate y'all for having me up here. Have a wonderful evening. And the only reason why I was not up here on time is because I was out with my hubby eating dinner.
You was always going to be late, though.
Yeah, don't get that twisted. Don't ever get it twisted.
And you see how low key she blamed it on her husband instead of taking
I did just
because she was just hungry.
I was with my hubby eating dinner. Yeah.
Shout out to the bro. Shout out to Big Bro.
Shout out to bro.
Just shout out to hubby, man.
Yeah, bro is the man for real.
Because we know
at y'all sometimes. He be like, what in the hell is this going on here?
I know he does.
Yeah, he do.
I know he does firsthand. I know he does. Okay, Urban. What you got? What you got on it, bro?
Oh no. I'm a gentleman. Ladies first.
You gonna let the ladies go first? Okay.
Yo,
okay.
go ahead. Since they say I'm not a gentleman, go ahead, ladies.
Okay, Miss Bonds, what you got on it?
No, I ain't got nothing to say. It was a great live, made me laugh, very informative, and I see y'all when I see y'all.
All right, all right, all right. Okay, Miss Queen the Queen. I appreciate you coming up. What you got on it? What's your final words?
My final word is that men seem to be surprised when they are matched with a woman who has a high libido like them. You know, and it's almost unheard of. But we're out here, and there's no way a woman like me would ever go 30 days without some type of sexuality. Even with my man being all the way over there, you better believe it's some type of flick, pick, lick, something going on. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. And when you
Queen,
are physical with your man or he's physical with you, it lets the other person know that they're into you, and it keeps that furnace going in your relationship.
Queen, don't. Urban said we don't have orgasms. We don't enjoy it. We don't enjoy sex. So
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just gonna end one ear right out
Oh
the other on
Lord
Urban.
Jesus, man, why y'all just can't end y'all closing thoughts without saying some stuff I done said?
That's ridiculous.
Urban, you ought to feel. Hey, Urban, you ought to feel privileged that you have thought-provoking content.
I know, right, bro?
Feel privileged, bro. Feel privileged.
Oh wait, SBK, I got one more thing. And
Go ahead.
also, Mr. Lounge says if you do, you got some type of problems where you have an orgasm and you enjoying sex, that you need to go see a doctor. I just want to add that on that.
Okay, you can't stay on top of your man more than 30 seconds. No, I think he said 10.
Actually, I said three seconds or less.
Yeah.
That women can't stay on top of their man for more than 3 seconds.
Yes.
No, cause y'all cramp
That's
up.
a lie.
I don't know who the fuck cramping.
Y'all be cramping
my
up, needing
God.
water and
I'm built
drinking
to last.
beats.
I think
I'm
You
built
are
to
crazy.
last.
Oh, you
Beets
know
and
what?
pineapples. Beets and pineapples.
I'm an eagle amongst pigeons. I'm an eagle amongst pigeons.
Okay, beets and pineapples. Beets and pineapples. You won't cramp up.
Come on. I'm ready to go. You understand?
No, it's not, Queen. Older women stay with the shits.
Come on, Dior. What's your closing thoughts and what you gonna say about me within your closing thoughts?
You projecting, bro. I'm playing. Hey, we out here fucking, and you over here playing. No, I'm just saying. This was a good live. It was funny. Man, have more sex, y'all. Don't be on Urban going 30 days without no sex. What's wrong with y'all? That's out, especially if you're in an active relationship. Unless there's circumstances that's preventing you from doing that, it shouldn't be no reason why y'all ain't. You know what I'm saying, tapping in a few times a week or whatever. So yeah, that's my take.
Make love, not war.
Period.
That's what you're trying to say. Make love, not war.
Sometimes it's war. My husband, that's what he calls sex. He call it war. He's like, we are going to war. I'm like, we sure is.
All right, Lionel. What you got on it, little bro?
This show was better than the all women's panel. Y'all had Urban literally carrying the show for y'all, so y'all should really thank him for that.
I will say
here, Lionel.
But Lionel, you did say that, but the last women's show, the views and everything did better than you guys.
Because they women, they love chaos. Of course.
Yeah, it was women viewing too, by the way.
Exactly. Women love that ratchet stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it was a good show, nonetheless.
We got to do it again. All right, Mr. Lounge.
Well, first of all, bro, shout out to the show, man. This was a phenomenal show, like always, man. I believe that we did a phenomenal job of setting the stage up from my show to tap in all the way up into this moment right here. The networking is what it is, man. So great job on that for real, man. Great job on USBK. Great job with E as well too. ETV, man. Tap in, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the ladies that came up on the panel today too, who put up with my bullshit. Shout out to y'all. Oh, this man versus women panel, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up and giving y'all perspective. And I hope that the overall takeaway of this is that we just up here having thought-provoking conversations. It ain't nothing personal or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's entertainment, all right. So shout out to that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my bro Liner as well too. The way what he do, like always, man. Shout out to him. So shout out to everybody in the chat as well too. And one last thing too, y'all. Now, just because I was taking the affirmative action on this last debate, that doesn't mean that that's a representation of my actual life. All right. So just gonna let y'all know that. Okay.
We know you get down.
I believe you. I believe you, Mr. Lounge.
Lord, Dion, you better remove that cap from the chat right now. What you doing?
No, because you lied.
You better remove that cap. What you doing?
But I don't know about that whole 1 month thing, though. I don't know about that. I got questions.
Choose better. Now, hey, not only choose better, my body, my choice. Hey, man, we could do the same thing. My body, my choice.
I ain't never been in part.
And see, that right there is why I got questions, because you too firm about that.
Okay. My body, my choice.
My man would talking about something, my body, my choice. Boy, you will be tied up somewhere.
I mean, don't that sound so ridiculous though? That my body, my choice. Don't that sound so ridiculous?
It only sounds ridiculous coming from you. That's it.
I mean, y'all don't catch the double standard though. I mean, when we heard that my body, my choice, that's exactly how we be thinking and feeling. We were like, damn, this
Mr.
stupid
Lounge,
as hell.
you know how they say some things you just shouldn't say out loud. So I think that rule.
Nah, my body, my choice. I'm saying it, damn it.
Okay, I wish somebody, my body, my choice, with a deep voice. What?
Right?
My body, my choice. What?
Are
you serious right now? Are you serious?
I think if my big old ass was to say that to my significant other, man, they've been to cuss my black ass out and just
You talking about
you better get them clothes.
Yeah.
Now, bro, they'll literally take it from us.
Absolutely.
But here's the double standard though. They could take it from us, but we can't take it from them.
Y'all want us to take it from you.
It's more exciting when we take it from y'all.
Bro, it's more
I'm scared. I'm afraid.
We know.
I'm afraid of my life.
Mr. Lounge, I just need you to hush.
What you feel say, E?
What's the likelihood of a woman taking something from a man?
What the?
Come on now.
Wait.
Hold on.
Adult men. Adult
Look at, okay, that's like me. Okay, brother, don't take this person. I'm running up on SBK. I'm finna take it from him. Look at my side and SBK side. SBK is a come here type of brother. I'm gonna take that from him. I'm taking it.
I'm taking it.
I'm finna line back his butt and take it.
You gotta role play. You gotta role play, and and be like, lay your ass down. Take them pants off. You got
gentlemen, y'all hearing this first, okay? So
the
next,
turn me over and lay me down on the bed and hold me there. Really? Really? I'm taking it from him.
Wait, E. You told me.
When you got your legs around his waist, slide down. You understand? He got to either release you or he got to keep him going. One of the two.
E, you said you used to watch WWF, right?
Yes.
You remember China and X-Pac?
Yes.
Remember X-Pac accused China of doing that to him when they was in a relationship.
How big and ferocious and steroid.
I'm just saying, it can happen.
I mean, it could happen, but
And these were grown adults.
Those are outliers.
No.
Man, what?
Women
God
ain't out
damn
here
it.
just
After Party at the Lounge, we first got a lot to talk about now. God damn it.
women just ain't out here taking it. And if a man, he might be like, nah. And as soon as it go
Yeah.
to attention, he like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, that's how you take it.
Okay.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Sit there and take that.
Wow.
Exactly.
All right, so gentlemen, from now on, all right, whenever you want to take it from the woman, just say that we're role playing, all right? We're role playing. It doesn't leave it at that. Since
How you gonna twist what I just said?
logic.
What?
Since we're using
What?
that logic,
He
we're
just
role
moved
playing,
the
gentlemen.
Yeah. Lord Jesus.
Man,
End the lie.
wow.
Let's end the lie. Lord have mercy.
This is for look, role playing is for entertainment purposes only. Do not go around saying you're role playing when you're taking it. You're gonna be in jail, okay? And that's
My
not gonna
body,
be
my
play.
choice. So that I say the same thing. Don't be going around role playing. You're trying to take it from a man because you're going to go to jail.
I wish somebody would.
Oh, wait a minute. He calling the police on you because you took the. Wait a minute.
Right?
Hell yeah, I'm
I
afraid.
Look,
I
if
got
a woman-
questions.
Look, if a woman's going
I
to
got
sway,
questions.
I'm going to keep my thoughts to myself.
Yeah.
Hey, SBK. All right, be realistic, bro. Be realistic. I'm not talking about you liking a woman or whatever. I'm talking about a woman sit up here literally trying to take something that belongs to you, man. Your manhood, your dignity, and everything for no apparent reason. You wouldn't be afraid of that, bro. You wouldn't be saying my body, my choice. You wouldn't try to fight her off and all this stuff.
Is
When
that
you say
What?
my manhood and my dignity, what do you mean?
I'm sure that's part of your manhood and dignity, bro. So she literally sit up here trying to take something that you own, bro, which is your penis.
Man, do you
Okay, I
understand?
see
Are
it.
you talking
Clarify,
to the
is
right
this-
person? Because SBK, like, he just told you he like it rough. He just said
No, I'm not. I'm talking about in general. This dude, it's a woman that this dude do not like. He's not attracted to this woman whatsoever, right? And this woman just so happens to say, "Hey, SBK gorilla, I want some of that gorilla meat." He said, "No, I don't want none of that gorilla meat. Well, I'm going to get it anyway. Damn it."
Well,
And she
SBK is not even
forced
going to be in
herself
the
on her
proximity
and
of a
stuff,
woman
right?
that
So
he's
you
not
mean to tell
attracted
me
to.
that he's not going to tell her no? He's not going to tell her my body, my choice?
SBK is not going to be in the vicinity of a woman that he's not attracted to.
I thought we was talking about relationship. We're not talking about random.
Right. We done moved the
Random.
goalpost. The fact that we entertaining this, that he done moved the goalpost.
Yeah.
In the live.
All the way to the other side. Listen, we talking about.
I swear, man, I swear on everything on me that y'all do us like this all the time, man.
They do.
No.
They be coming up with all type of outliers and all kinds of stuff.
SBK. He talking about
Yeah, I don't feel good when we doing it, huh?
SBK, he talking about Mexico.
I promise you.
He talking
I
about
don't end
Mexico.
this back up, singer.
Hey, Samola, I was trying to end it, but they. Hey,
This is what they do. He go light them. They do.
Hey, Samola, say on the cool. Hey, Samola, on the cool though, I was trying to end it, but they up here bullying me now, bro. I keep on telling them my body, my choice, and everything. Now they bullying me.
He's using them all.
Come
Hey,
on,
bro,
Lionel.
that messing with my mental health.
But he's right.
There you go. Urban, are you got the after party or something? You going live?
Shit, I was with this DJ tonight, damn it. Sure, I'm feeling some type of way.
Okay, y'all head over to the lounge. If Urban might be DJing, he might be doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? I first of all, I want to say to each and every one of the panelists that came up, my big sis, Urban, Bonds, Queen to Queen, Queen D, Lionel, DR.
He come down.
I'm going on mute.
Y'all are crazy as hell, bro.
Oh, I enjoyed this thoroughly. Good Lord.
Y'all are crazy. I appreciate all of y'all coming up. All right. I appreciate all of y'all coming up. I appreciate everybody that sent me super chats. I appreciate everyone that showed support. We're gonna have to do this again. I'm being very, very, very much serious. We're gonna have to do this again. E, with your crazy ass, what's wrong with you? You're on mute. What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm off that water.
No Long Island bootleg Long Island tea.
Nope.
Okay. But look, I appreciate everybody that came up. If you have not subscribed up to your boy, subscribe up to your boy. Like, share, subscribe. We're gonna have to do this again. Like, share, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to end this. Y'all got something else to say? Are y'all good?
No, don't say nothing else because they're gonna try to violate me again.
Good night, y'all.
All right. Good night, y'all. Your boy is gone. SBK, we out.